What's up, everybody? We are live. I'm joined today by co-host Lance for another episode of the Lance and Ray podcast, making a special announcement tonight regarding Third Strike Open. How's everybody doing out there today? What do we got in the chat?
Hi.
It looks like all of DFW, basically.
Got all of Dallas in the building. Got Johnny, Daniel, Ball, Bubs, honorary DFW member, Bubbles.
Soon.
Shouts to Bubs. Kenny, we got Kenny. Shoes.
Big Red's lurking, dude.
Got Big Red in the chat. Chicago's finest.
Okay.
Let's giving people a couple of seconds to get in here.
Yeah.
Got Chase.
Who's Walmart Purge? That's not a name I've heard before.
Ch0sen's already drinking beers. I got no beers tonight, guys. You guys may get a credible Ray today.
I was like, Ray, do you want me to drop off some beers, dude? I got some shiners.
I forgot to pick some up on the way home, so being a good boy today. I'm gonna drink some Topo Chicos.
I specifically got shiners just for this, so.
Got Speed, Bubs. Cool. That's Chase. Yeah, no beers tonight, man. I'll try to be a good host. So Lance doesn't have to carry me an hour in once I get buzzed.
No beer is the announcement that the world is ending. Where's the Trailblazers jersey? Oh, hold on. Got you.
Oh, don't worry, guys. We're gonna follow up on that Trailblazers angle.
How chill gonna be about the Trailblazers when you just see the Kobe jersey in the background?
Ah, here it is. Pain.
Oh, dude, okay, he's
Oh,
already
nice.
showing it off, bro.
Nice Portland Trailblazer. What year's championship is that from?
Anyways, that was when Dame dropped the highest game score in NBA playoff history.
Nice. They won the championship that year, right?
They lost the game.
They didn't even win the game.
He played his heart out. He won. It was like 97% like true shooting. It was ridiculous. And then they lost the game, so can't win them all.
Okay. Well,
All right, we'll
Shall we
give
get
another
started?
2 minutes.
Another
We'll
two-
give another 2 minutes. Do
another 2 minutes.
8:35.
Okay. I could shit talk the Blazers for another 2 minutes, easy.
Oh my god, get out of here, dude.
Remember Greg Oden? How'd that work out?
If only we got Kevin Durant. Although Greg Oden was the right choice at the time. Makes sense.
Sure. Very poor in retrospect, but no one knew where the NBA was going.
Dude, there's this like one like clip of like some grandma walking up to Greg Oden and was like, "You look like you're a really good basketball player." This is like after like his like injuries fucking retired him, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I used to be good," and then he walks off with like the saddest face. And I'm like, "Oh my, oh no, oh no."
You know about Greg
It's
Oden,
over.
Ray?
I'm not familiar.
Okay, so basically, let me break this down for you, as a objective third party. So it's the 2000, I want to say 7, right? 2007 draft, and the top 2 picks in college are like basketball player of the year, Kevin Durant, and Greg Oden. And the question is, do you take Kevin Durant, who's like he's looking like he's going to be like an all-time talent, like one of the greatest scorers ever, already out of college? Or you can take Greg Oden, who's probably the greatest center in theory, like center prospect in 15 years or something. Like everyone, and they're going back and forth on it. Portland has the number 1 pick. Seattle has the number 2 pick. Seattle later becomes Oklahoma City, but for now they're Seattle. And basically it's like, okay, whoever doesn't get picked 1 is going to get picked 2 type shit. And so they go back and forth on it, and they kind of just land on, okay, like Kevin Durant's going to be an all-time talent, but Greg, you have to take the superstar center. You just don't pass up a team building superstar center like this. That's your next whatever.
Yeah, back then building around a center was like the strat.
Meta.
Yeah.
That was the meta.
That was the meta. This is before the 3 points just took over the league entirely. Anyway, they the problem with Greg Oden, they didn't know at the time, is that his legs are different lengths, and so every time he landed,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
yeah, he was like fucking up his.
Oh, just fucking
knee.
his knee.
Yeah. And so he basically, yeah, like Kevin Durant goes on to be that fucking guy. Like he's like one of the 10. He's like the greatest scorer of all time, most likely. Like he's up there with MJ, and certainly a top 10 player of all time. And Greg Oden just gets injured every year. When he plays, he looks good, you know. But yeah, then that team just falls apart. Like Greg Oden just is injured every year. Brandon Roy's knees just fall apart.
Oh, Brendan Roy. Oh no.
Yeah, LaMarcus Aldridge just goes to the Spurs. This was like supposed to be like a supers team, and it's just one more sad story in a long series of stories about Portland.
It's like multiple sad stories back to back because you get fucking all right. Greg Oden injured, Brandon Roy injured, LaMarcus Aldridge, LaMarcus Aldridge leaves. It's just like back to back to back. I'm like, all right, sure. I mean, I wasn't really a fan of like those guys a lot when I became a Blazers fan, but it was like, oh, learning the history. I'm like, dang, what could have been, you know? So
There's a lot of could have beens in the Portland, and there's not any wases.
Yeah,
Okay,
my basketball knowledge dies at like NBA Live '95. That's about it. I don't even think fucking Ch0sen was alive at that time. So.
I wasn't.
All right. Well, anyway, enough fucking basketball talks, boys.
we'll
We're here to do
revisit
a
it.
special announcement, and then we're gonna get into the Ch0sen episode podcast. Gonna talk about his recent performance, when he got into the game, and all that. But first, let's go ahead and roll that fucking beautiful bean footage, Lance.
All right,
Hell
Drop the
yeah.
trailer on him.
here we go.
Wavering emotion.
Oh my god.
What's next? What's next? A little talking, but doesn't do it in tiny bits.
You select to make the first pick. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Choose and pick the best one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Select to make the first pick. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Choose and pick the best one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yo, one box could leave you messed up and fractured. Lock these uppercuts, they may leave you captured. Made the best fight to win, and win again. Battle to the top until his life ends. But if his life ends and he starts to decay, made one of his street soldiers a bench name.
See you talking to the game, couldn't be.
Now, find a new rival.
Check it out. Third strike, yo. Yo, check it out. Third strike, yo. Yo, check it out. Third strike, yo.
Okay, boom. There's our trailer.
There it is, boys. There it is. So
Pretty hot.
announcing this year's Third Strike Open. First special guest is gonna be Yamoda. Dudley God. I played him when I was over there in Japan. Guy's an absolute monster. And we got our hands full this year, boys. That's a tough one. Like Yamoda's done so well at a lot of tournaments, and he's the premier Dudley right now. So super excited to have him over. He's gonna be coming over for a week, similar to what Genki and Shinda did last year. So yeah, we'll have him for a week, and then Lance, if you want to kind of pull up the Start GG, we'll run through that. Start GG is going live tonight, actually. So if you want to go ahead and sign up early, please do so. It kind of helps us out.
Yeah.
Also, I want to give a huge shout out to Johnny Wang in the chat. Drink Nos. He's the one who prepped that trailer, put everything together for us. A lot of people don't know about Johnny, but Johnny does so much for us within the community. You know, everyone in Dallas knows, but those outside of Dallas doesn't know. So just want to give a huge thank you to Johnny for putting that together, as well as putting together the Start GG and the flyer and pretty much everything when it comes to the technical side. So shout out to Johnny on that one. So all right, let's
Johnny
pull up
unspoken
the...
MVP.
You guys see this? Okay.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
Does the chat or does the stream see it?
I think they should be able to.
They can't. I can't.
Really?
Yeah,
No, they cannot.
it's like minimized for some reason.
Really, even though I made it big.
Yeah, it's tiny.
Oh well.
There we
we-
go. There
we
we
can-
go. Well,
Yeah, I think we see it now.
I'll bring
Interesting.
it up on my side too to kind of go through.
Okay, I don't know if I can make it scroll. Did I just make it small again?
No, it's.
Are we good?
Let me see.
Okay.
Try sharing
We're
mine.
very professional here.
This was sprung. I didn't know we were doing this part. I didn't know we were going through the sign up page.
Yeah.
So it's
Watch
last
mine.
second.
Can you see mine? Okay.
Hold on.
Cool. Yeah, they can just watch mine, Lance. I got it pulled up.
All right, let's do that. Here. Let me
So yeah,
stop sharing.
first guest is Yamoto. It's the first one. We got another one in the works. Announcement coming probably in a couple of months. We'll drop that trailer on you guys as well. But Yamoto's the first guest we wanted to put out there and let you guys know about. So we're going back to Central Arts, our home arcade. To those in the chat who went last year, and everybody who's a Dallas local and has visited here, you know what arcade's about. It's basically the fucking Foot Clan hideout when it comes to arcades. You know, we're arcades everywhere, our arcade cabs everywhere. We're fucking having a good time. Um, yeah, it's BYOB. I didn't say that out loud, but you know what it is. As far as what we're gonna do for events this year, we're gonna do singles just like we did last year. Singles is gonna be on Saturday, and then this year we're actually gonna run completely through the tournament. So what the Third Strike Open is it's a open bracket. There's no pools or anything in that regards. It's just one big tournament, winner take all, double elimination. So we're gonna run everything down to top 8. Once we get to top 8, we'll take a short 15, 20-minute break, and then we're gonna run right into it. What I kind of learned from last year is I just want people to kind of ride that high, right? Like the Third Strike Open is such a strong bracket, and there's a lot of good players there. Like if you were there last year, you know, like if you made it to second round, you're pretty much playing people who win their locals or have qualified for Jazzy or top players from their scene in the second, third round sometimes. So it's a brutal tournament in regards to skill level. So what I kind of wanted to do this year is get all the way down to the top 8, take a small break, and then get right back into it instead of letting these boys sleep on it, coming in first thing in the morning, to kind of play the set. So we're just gonna go straight into top 8, and top 8 we're gonna do the 3 out of 5, or 3 out of 5 all the way through top 8, just like we did last year. So we're going to run teams on Friday. It's going to be the same format. We're going to do 3v3 double elimination. Start talking to your boys, putting together some team strategies. So, yeah, we're going to do that on Friday. And then Sunday is going to be kind of an open day. We have some exhibitions and things planned, maybe some fun formats for you guys to kind of go through. So we'll kind of announce more of that. But Sunday is going to be kind of a free, fun day for everyone. And then arcade is obviously open on Thursday. So if you're in on Thursday night and you want to roll through and just get some games, casuals, check out the venue and hanging out with everybody, please feel free to drop by. So we're gonna have at minimum 6 head-to-head cabinets this year. That's what I can guarantee. I'm working on trying to get more. But we had 7 last year, I believe, and it ran pretty smooth with 7. We're gonna have the station set up kind of like we did last year as well, to where everything's kind of sectioned off. I felt like there was a lot of room last year. You were able to kind of, find your station, right? Like, okay, Genki's on this one, Frankie's on this one, Nika's on this one, and you could kind of pick and choose where you wanted to go. And there was a lot of room to kind of, breathe, get games in, talk about games, and get a lot of games in, like hop in a rotation really easy. So yeah, that's pretty much the schedule there. Tuesday, always we're open on arcade on Tuesday night. So if you're in a week early, you feel free to drop by there. Friday, the actual team tournament starts. Saturday will be singles, and then Sunday's the open exhibition. As far as pricing goes, we're keeping everything the same as we did last year. It's going to be $60 for a competitor pass. That's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I mean, 4 days worth of Third Strike. You're talking $20 a day. Not too bad. So spectator, it's just going to be if you want to spectate for 3 days, $30. If you just want to spectate for the 1 day, if that's all you can do, $15. So prize pool is going to stay exact the same we did last year. 60% of the prize pool goes to first place, 30 for second, and then 10 for third. So the Start GG will get launched the second we're done here with the podcast. I'll post it on Twitter as well as the Discord. Yeah, hop in there, sign up. Like I said, start putting together your team, making some calls, see what you got to do. If you're not familiar with the Third Strike Open, we're in Hearst, which is right near the airport, basically in the Dallas area. The venue is actually around 10, 15 minutes from the airport, so it's very, very easy to fly in and then find an Uber. To the venue, and there's a lot of hotels and things in the area too. So cool. That's pretty much it. Chat, any questions or anything you guys got for us?
What are some of the exhibitions we might see? Have there been any thrown around yet?
Yeah. We're talking about maybe possibly doing like a regional battle on Sunday. I think that would be kind of fun. Maybe have like Dallas versus Austin versus Chicago versus whoever comes in from California. I think something like that would be really fun. There's actually some top player exhibitions that I really want to do. I've reached out to a couple people, some involving the guests that will be arriving too. So we'll have some maybe high profile matches there. Uh, yeah, about it really. Maybe
Okay.
Raise War. I don't know. For you
Raise
guys who
War.
know, for everyone who
If you
knows
know,
in the
you know.
know, maybe a Raise War. I don't know. I don't know. So
Raise Personal War. Juan asked if Teams Friday is 3v3 or 5v5. It will be 3v3.
3v3,
Yeah.
3v3 double
Double elim.
elimination, just like we did last
Just
year.
like
Yep.
last year.
Oh my god. Yo,
Raise
never
War.
mind.
Yeah,
I'm serious with
I
losing this
personally would
tab.
really like to see a regional battle where I imagine we're going to play it by ear. Like, we're not going to come up with teams in advance. Like, you can talk through it with your local scene, right? But it might be a like, it could go like, okay, it's Dallas versus Chicago versus LA, or it could be like, like the Midwest versus like Texas, or we'll figure it out, right? I think so. We don't have that pinned
Yeah.
down yet.
Yeah, and I mean that's kind of why I wanted to do that on Sunday, just because I mean people do have lives outside of Third Strike, So if they fly in Friday and Saturday for the event and then they leave on Sunday, that sucks. But we can still put together something fun and have a good day of Third Strike for everyone. So.
Yeah, and we'll also will be the national championship for CVS2 Easy Operation. Is that correct, Ray?
Yeah, I'm playing. I'll play Jace for that title. We'll run it. So.
Nice.
I doubt anyone else in the chat plays CVS2 like that, but
Mhm.
y'all
might
are
be.
welcome to
I mean, it's
try
coming
and
out.
take the title.
They're at Texas Showdown. They saw some fucking high level CVS2 from one of the people on this call. That's all I gotta say. So.
That's very true. The room was not louder than that moment.
But yeah, I'm stoked to do Third Strike Open again for another year. Also, as well, if you guys aren't familiar, a lot of this is crowdfunded. I mean, our community funded, I should say. Some of it, I will say, a lot of it's coming out of my pocket as far as like flying in players and caps and stuff. But I try to do as many local events and things that I can in order to raise money. Just fun tournaments, kegases, things like that, just to put some funds back in to kind of help offset some of the costs for this, because it's not cheap, boys. I'm not sure if you guys are paying attention to the economy or not, but plane ticket is fucking brutal. Getting cabs over here now, there's tariffs or something. It's difficult. So I will have a PayPal link up at the end of the thing as well, that if you guys want to donate to the Third Strike Open, you're more than welcome to do so, and I greatly appreciate it. Or you can just help out by signing up and coming to the tournament as well. Definitely, that's great. So.
Yeah.
And shout outs to the random neighbor who donated $1,000. Yes.
Oh, Mr. Beast?
What a G, dude. What a
Mr.
G.
Beast.
Shout out to Mr. Beast.
Yeah, we had a guy come in the middle of the tournament on Saturday, give us $1,000. He's never played Third Strike before.
Yeah, I never played Third Strike before. Just liked what we're doing, but giving him an arcade stick, and he's gonna learn some Third Strike. So
You might win,
we
dude.
need this guy. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Just get him to drop $1,000 a year. It's like, yeah, welcome. I love all the progress you're making. We'll take your donation again.
Any other questions regarding the 3SO announcement before we dive into the Cho podcast?
And Ray, you just came back from Japan, so that's awesome.
Yeah. We'll kind of talk about that.
Yeah, this is
fun.
a 3-part podcast. This is our special guests today are 3SO, Ray, and Cho. So, yeah. Okay.
Basically a DFW episode.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sure we can answer any questions in the Discord. Which,
Yeah, of course.
When we post a tweet giving the links to everything, the bracket, the Discord, you can certainly ask either on Twitter or the bracket. Sorry,
The
X.
trailer is already public on the DFW Third Strike channel, so if whatever reason y'all want to watch it again, or
Yeah, please
I'll
reshare,
definitely-
retweet. It helps us out a ton. Just get more exposure. I know a lot of people have asked me about the Third Strike Open since we ran it last year, but I have had some people that be like, I didn't even know that was a thing. So the more you guys kind of reshare on Twitter, hype it up, that helps us out a ton. So what up, Joyous? So
Cool. Okay.
cool.
Awesome. Okay, so let's pivot on over to the Ray part of this podcast. Ray, you recently visited Japan, the home of Third Strike in the world.
Yeah.
You played Third Strike there a few times. You've told us some stories. I kind of want to hear it all from your mouth again on the podcast. Just kind of talk us through. You arrived. How was your experience just getting around in Japan?
Yeah, so the first time I went there was I think it was Wednesday, the Wednesday tournaments that they do. But I left Dallas on Tuesday, and then you arrive on Wednesday at Japan time, so it's kind of fucked. So I'd been traveling for like 24, 25 hours, something like that. I ended up going straight to Game Newton, like went checked into my hotel. I went straight to Game Newton, which is like the most brutal thing you can do because it's exhausting. Like just traveling and going through the subway and stuff was wild for me, especially because I'm from Texas. Like I've never really traveled to a big city like that. I mean, I just went to New York recently, and that was like kind of a shock to me, like how big the city and everything is. And I was just in Brooklyn. I don't even know like what New York City looks like, but going to Japan and seeing all the people in the subway and just yeah, this the amount of bodies there is insane. And then like no one really talks to each other either, which is like wild to me. Like me and my wife are kind of stuck in the subway and just like fucked. Like I don't know what to do. There's no one here to ask, and I'm like scared to ask people because it doesn't look like they want to talk to you at all. So, once we got everything sorted out, we got to Game Newton. And I met up with Genki there and Mokotaru from last year. Visitors from last year's Third Strike Open and Shinta as well. And Genki kind of introduced me to my hero, Mester, the goat Yun player, the best Yun player of all time. And Yakun was there. Uh, Man, I'm trying to think who else was there. Just some legends there. Shenta was there playing. Yeah, so I actually got to run a lot of sets with Mester. Actually, I think I played him like 20 games or something. Whooped my ass. I mean, I'd win some games here and there.
Mester's
I
your
was putting in
hero,
work.
right? Mester's
Yeah,
your
yeah,
favorite
yeah.
player.
And he's so good at that matchup, dude. So good. And I was kind of talking with him and Yakun regarding like the matchup and like what I need to do with my Yun. And I only played for like 2 hours maybe at best because I was suffering, boys. Like being up for 25 hours is just absolutely brutal. So I played with them for a bit. And Messer gave me some really good advice in regards to my Yun. If you guys go to Japan and can go to Game Newton, please do it. Like it's just absurd seeing like there's so much passion for Third Strike there. I jumping ahead, but I ended up going to Maniacs, and it's 20 cabinets in like what is like a basement, just all Third Strike, like, and everyone is good. Like that's the biggest thing about Japan is like, they may not be like top level, but like everyone there is like a fucking A rank on Fightcade, I guess you would compare it if you want to use those kind of terms. But so I played that night, and then I ended up going to Koenji on Friday, I believe, and hanging out with the American boys. Shoutouts to Ryan, Dusty, JP, Aaron. All those guys were up there, and I met some newer players, or not newer players, but like I met up with Kiba Rio. He was in a tournament. I got to play him in the singles tournament they did. Won. That was pretty cool. He talked motorcycles with me because he actually has like a sport bike as well. Because I'm like a big sport bike guy, so that was cool as shit to kind of talk that with him. And then went and drank in the park with Ryan and the boys, which I guess is like the Koenji staple, right? Like I didn't know. I got there ready to play Third Strike. We played like 30 minutes, 45 minutes of Third Strike. They ran this single game, single elimination tournament, and then once that was over, it was like, oh, done with Third Strike. Let's go drink. And I'm like, all right, yeah, fuck it. So, hung out with those guys for a bit. Kind of fun. And then the next day, me and my wife, we stayed in Ikebukuro. We went out to dinner, and we were coming back from dinner at like 8:39, and actually passed Mikado, like an arcade there. And I didn't know. Apparently, it was not the Mikado, or there's two different Mikados or some shit like that. But this one was in Ikebukuro, and it was like 5 minutes from my hotel, like walking distance. So, actually popped in there just to play Third Strike, and there's like 6 or 7 guys that were there playing, and they were all like really. I had no idea who they were. They were all like really competent though. Like one of the Ken players was hitting Kara Shoryu 100% of the time, like EX Tatsu dash up Shoryu type shit. I played him in a Ken mirror. He's doing the reversal Gen Rai stuff, like very very solid. Then I played some Hugo and Q player that was like really good as well. Obviously Yun is a good character. Kind of used that to beat them. But they didn't say anything to me, which I thought was pretty funny. Like one guy just came over and was like, "America," and I was like, "Oh yeah, America." It's like, "Oh, very strong." I'm like, "Oh, thanks, man. I love America too. What a good country." Um, so yeah, I played there for a couple hours with those guys. It was fun. And then that was actually going to be it for Third Strike for me for the trip. And then fate still have it that my flight got canceled on Sunday. so I could actually attend Maniacs. So it was kind of like mad scramble around on Sunday to go attend Maniacs because we were in Kyoto at the time, which is like 2.5 hours, maybe 3 by bullet train. So we had to take the train, actually go check into our hotel, drop our stuff off, and then go to Maniacs. They start Maniacs hella early over there too. It's like 2 in the afternoon. Like it's not a late night tournament at all. Like so, I got there a little late, so I couldn't actually enter and participate. But there, it was just a fucking sea of Third Strike legends there that night. Like anyone you've ever watched on the Third Strike video channel, YouTube, Discord was there. You know, it was like Yakun was there. It was Shirokiro, it was YSB, Sugiyama, Yamoda, Hayao, like literally just a who's who of players. And it was super funny because Genki would make me play someone and then tell me who I played after I got done playing. So, he'd be like, "Oh, play, play, play," and I'd like hop in and he's like, "Oh, Sugiyama, easy for you. Next one, next one," and then he would just do things like that. So. I got to play Ushi a lot, which was really cool. I love watching
My
Ushi's
hero.
footage. So
My hero.
yeah, I didn't do too bad. I hit him with some Southern style yawn bullshit. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, but
Such
he cooked
as
me still.
like what?
Yeah.
What'd you hit him with?
Such as, yeah.
What?
Hit him with?
What kind
Oh,
of
wake up
moves?
Zempo.
You
He
hit him
got
with
wake
Oh
up
wake up
my
Zempo,
Zenpo,
dude.
god.
Mhm.
and he
My
he
hero
feels no
got-
shame for that. That's cool.
But I
My
hit him
hero
with
got,
that.
like,
I got to play YSB a lot, which was a lot of fun too. I'm a big YSB fan.
Uh-huh.
Rue Urian, RX Urian, like, and then the actual tournament itself was fucking sick. But me just being like, okay, I don't have a lot of time here. Like, I really want to watch this tournament, but I also want to try to get as many games in against these guys as I can. So I'd like play and then kind of take a look at the screen and watch. But yeah, it was just insane being in a room with that many like top tier players. Like, I've never seen that much talent. Even at Evo, like, not even close. I mean, like in regards to like Japanese talent, it was like literally anyone I've ever watched at Third Strike was there. So cool to see, like super cool to see. So um, yeah, and then I flew home to play on Fightcade, and it was depressing. So
Yeah, and that's the experience. Everyone who goes to Japan, and we kind of talked about it before, but you go to Japan, you have the greatest time of your life. You're so happy. There's functional public transportation. There's Third Strike to play on an arcade cabinet every day. You come home, you're like, okay, I'm so much stronger now, and I love this game. You play on Fight Game, you're like, oh, it's all shit. And then that glow lasts for like a week, and then it's like a depression. You go through
yep.
all the stages. So yeah, no, that's the standard experience.
And then also I got to meet Matsuda, the godfather of Third Strike over
Mhm.
there as well, which was like fucking awesome. He gave me like 2 giant posters from like their 3v3 tournaments and stuff. I'll need to hang those up. Um, but yeah, it was just surreal, man. I want to go back. I'm already planning to try to maybe take another trip at the end of the year. Maybe December if I can wing it with work. But yeah, it was fucking insane, insane. If you guys get a chance to go to Japan, go. I don't know how co-op's gonna work this year, like with it being a part of Evo, but from the experience I got, just like traveling to arcades and kind of playing in that environment, it was awesome. Like that's kind of what I want to do. Like I may try to go to co-op next year, but I definitely just want to take a week and just go over there and just go to all the big arcades and just play those guys because I mean, we have arcades here. We have like arcade here, UFO in Austin, Next Level and whatchamacallit, Brooklyn Games up in New York. But like, it's just cool having that culture where you're just walking in, you're playing money for every single game, so everyone's trying, and just having that arcade culture and experience. So
Yeah. Now
yeah,
you went like a few weeks before Evo Japan and co-op, so
yeah,
right,
yeah. I booked
you
my trip before
experienced
then.
essentially like the height of how many people are at these arcades each year. Like that is actually a great time to go. Is that first that's 2 weeks before co-op?
Yeah, and that's what Genki said. Like, this is the tournament, the team tournament before the big one, right? So it's like everyone was there playing. Like, and when I mean everyone, I mean literally that bracket. Like, if you go and take a look at it, it's fucking insane. Like, co-op's gonna be so high level this year. Um, but yeah, just definitely if you can. But I came back from Japan, and then that same week, Resolve came down. Like a little bit of taste of like what Japan is still like, because like I got my ass beat by Resolve all weekend, so it was like cool. All right. But
Resolve versus Japanese Urians. What's the comparison, Ray?
I mean, I played Rue like probably 5 or 6 games, and I played RX I think maybe 1 or 2 games. But I already told Resolve, like, bro, I can hit them. I can't fucking hit you. Like, I mean, I'm not saying like I was dominating them or anything, but like my shit worked. Like that's how do I always like judge a top player, right? Like, like against Resolve, like none of my shit works. Like, and then when your stuff stops working, that's when like it feels bad to play the game because it's like I don't know what to do. And then if you don't know what to do, you're just standing there or you're doing something dumb to try to just get damage. And that's probably the worst feeling in Third Strike, I want to say. And yeah, Resolve made me feel that for like 4 days straight, so that was cool. Yeah,
Not just you.
yeah,
Not just you. Let's just say that. So. Yeah.
yeah. Shout out to Resolve, dude's insane.
Yep.
Dumb.
He's a very good player. He's traveled to LA and then to Dallas in the last few weeks. Sounds like he did very well in both places.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
Keywords both places.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. He's a very talented young. He's only like 20 or 21 or what? Or he's 21. Oh, should I turn myself up? I can do that. There we go. Just turn me louder than you guys.
Yeah, I think he's 21.
He's 21. So the only thing that will
Yeah.
stop him from just being the best ever is, real life or whatever. But he's got a long career ahead of him. It's always nice, when you're 38 like I am, and a 21-year-old just totally surpasses you, and you're like, okay, well, it's not gonna get any better. This was the best it's gonna be.
I know that's the hardest thing for me. It's like I'm not getting better at 37. I don't know. The Japanese do it though, right? Like those guys, they're all strong. Master's like 47, I think.
Yeah.
And like still a fucking monster. So.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah. On that topic, we're still working out the details. But Resolve is most likely going to be at 3SO. So if you watched this weekend and you found it delightful that Resolve was crushing everyone, including some of the people on this podcast, you can look forward to that at 3SO as well. And he'll be on a very, very strong team full of 3 extremely powerful players.
Oh my god, this guy has no shame, dude.
We'll get to that
No
later.
shame.
None. Absolutely none.
This is the
Are
way
you
you play.
even homies? No, never mind.
There's a lineage here, right? There's lineages in Third Strike. So there's, you came up under Yi, you came up under EXO, Resolve is of the Dr. Steelhammer lineage, and the Dr. Steelhammer and Lance lineages are very closely aligned and always have been.
Oh
So this is
my
a
God.
natural, organic fit. Yeah, no, absolutely. Resolve's a great player. I look forward to beating all of you with him next year. Okay.
Resolve was fucking tough, though.
Yeah, very talented.
That kid's a monster. Yeah.
Very talented player. Okay, cool. Tell me about your experience with the Japanese train system.
At first it's very jarring because, like I said, you get there. And the biggest thing I noticed about Japan is like, for one, I felt like a fat ass. Like, I felt really fat the entire time. I don't know why. Like, I'm not. I mean, I'm a big boy. I got a fucking beer belly. I'm not an idiot. But like, everyone there is skinny and they're just moving really fast. So like, when you stop and you're trying to figure out what the hell you're doing, like I just feel in the way, especially if I have luggage. Like, and my wife was very good at like giving me things to carry and hold the entire time, so I just felt like an asshole for 2 weeks.
Sure.
But yeah, I'd just be walking around and then not know what the fuck to do. But when I first got there, it was like kind of a big shock because I didn't know how any of the pass systems work. And you have to like go purchase a card, and the card you can use anywhere, like for the most part. Like you use it on the subway, but you can also like buy beer with it from a vending machine, which is just like absurd. So once I kind of figured that out and like how to get the card and put money back on it, it's pretty easy, really easy from there. You would just Google where you want to go. It would literally just like say, hey, take this train at J17, you get on it. 9 stops down is where you get off, so you just kind of watch the Google list go, and then it tells you to get off, and then yeah, you follow it from there. It was pretty easy. The only time we really had issues was in Kyoto because they're like, I think they have like the local trains instead of like city trains or something, if that makes sense. So that got a little bit confusing. But if you're in like Tokyo proper or that area, everything's easy to navigate. Like even a dummy like me can figure it out. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure
you
I told
you were
about
kind of
those cards.
struggling. You were kind of struggling in Brooklyn Like when we went in January.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh no, Brooklyn.
they're
Like,
like, oh, Cabal, just do everything. Like,
yeah.
take us
Like, no,
everywhere.
it's not even. It's so much easier than Brooklyn. Like,
Okay.
I mean, it could be just maybe the second time I've seen it. It was a little bit easier, but like, Google literally just holds your hand through the entire thing. Like, walk here, do this. Yeah, and it's crazy too. Like, I mean, like I said, complete culture shock. Like, everyone scans and pays. I didn't see any like guards or anyone like making sure you paid, but there's just like thousands of people rushing through these fucking turnstiles and paying. Um, yeah, and then you get on the train and everyone just shuts the fuck up and it's quiet, and the train is nice and it's heated, and like everyone just kind of looks at their phone and it's just polite and quiet. So it's like, yeah, it was just strange. I felt like weird if I was texting my wife on the train even though she's beside me because I'm like, am I allowed to even like talk to you? Is that it? Like, are they gonna kick my ass off this thing or something? um, but yeah, and then there's beers there. I don't think you're supposed to drink in public. I think it's frowned upon.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, after a night you get dinner, you hit up the beer vending machine, and you get a strong zero or something like that to walk around. It's a good time, and everything's so cheap. Like, we would go out to eat, and the full meal would be like 25 bucks or something like that. Like, and here that's like easily an $80 meal, like with tip and shit. So, yeah, now's the time to go, boys. If you can get over there, do it, please. Take me with you. I'll go again. So,
Hearing your stories has definitely made me want to go for sure. It's
oh,
just,
if we take Dallas over there, dude, oh man, we're getting banned from the country.
probably,
I'm not sure
dude.
they're ready for that. So,
Oh yeah, that's and yeah, we were gonna mention that as well. That our goal is to take as many Dallas players next year as we can to Evo Japan / Co-op next year. So not that may or may or not impact other people's decision making, but if you want to go and like, okay, a lot of foreigners are going to go. We're going to aim for next year. So if anyone else wants to
Yep.
join us, collaborate on Airbnbs or something like that, for sure, we're down. So
Yeah, Lance is like, if you save this amount of money every month,
yeah,
like, I'll try. I mean, it's realistic, but
yeah, it's
I mean,
we're
honestly,
13 months out from next year, so it's 20.
Yeah.
Save up $2,500. That will buy you the flight and everything. That's like flight, an Airbnb, food, transportation, some tourism. You can do it on 2,500 pretty easy. If you want to splurge, it could be 3K. But yeah, you just say, okay, well, I got a year, so just save up $250 a month. You can do it.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, like once you get over there, it's not too bad. Like if if I didn't have my wife and it was just me, just like being myself and being frugal, like I could probably live on like 25 bucks a day if I was just like one big meal, a couple beers, and maybe like a snack or something throughout the day. You could easily do it, like easy. And the hotels are pretty cheap. I mean, I think the ones we were staying at, we stayed at the Appa, and then I forget what the other one we stayed at, but it was like decent hotels, and they were like 80 bucks a night, 70 bucks a night. So yeah, it wasn't really that difficult. So
Yeah, that's a weird little thing because like it's always been like when I first went to Japan, they were like, okay, you could just basically assume that like I think it's like 100 yen is a dollar. But as I kept going, it got better. Like a dollar's worth a little more than that. And we've had like massive inflation in America for the last 5 years, ever since COVID. But it seems like our money goes pretty far there still. So yeah, like it's very cheap. You can go get ramen for 800 yen, easily. So
it would be like $20 here and not as good.
yeah, no, I mean, yeah, American ramen it's ridiculous. Like it is. The place that Ray took me here, it's like $20, like $18, and then
that's
buy
still my
Oni,
favorite
20.
ramen though.
Oni's
Stop.
good, dude.
That's still my favorite
It's not.
ramen.
It's not
You're
worth
fucked.
$20 though. It's not.
No, I mean no
Yeah.
food's worth $20.
Yeah.
But it is. I'll buy it. I've been buying it for years. So yeah, Oni ramen was still peak for me. So any of the
Oh
guys
my
that are visiting
God.
Dallas, I'm gonna take you guys to Oni. So fuck you, Lance. You can go to McDonald's.
All right. Yeah, sounds good. Okay. And do you need tourism there? You want to talk about?
Tourism. Yeah, we went to. We saw the Gundam. Obviously, like, I don't know, like my wife planned everything out because I was just legit. Like, I just want beers. I want to see the Gundam, and I want to go to the arcade, which is like the most fucking 12-year-old like Japan itinerary ever. But that's what I wanted to do. But we went to a couple of shrines. Went to like a couple of castles like in Kyoto. Kyoto is beautiful, by the way. I mean, like it's like more. I don't know how to say it. Like Tokyo is like kind of like Black Friday all the fucking time, but no one's like punching you or elbowing you or being rude. It's just that volume of people everywhere you go. Um, so yeah, that was like also a big shock for me. But Kyoto was like a little bit more wind down. But we went during sakura season, so when you would go to like go see the sakuras or like whatever, it was just a bunch of fucking tourists. Like, and then I'm not even from there, but I started to hate these people. Like there was one spot where like I don't know, you walk down into the shrine and this fucking bitch set up her tripod and was like having someone film her walk down like, "Oh, look at me, I'm walking down to visit this." But she did the shot like 7 times, bro. Like I was fucking so like just fuming and I was telling my wife like I'm going to go kick that stupid fucking tripod. Like I'm just going to go boot it down the stairs cuz she's in everyone's way. Like it was just so absurd like and then people don't want to walk past them to take the photo or whatever because they don't want to be in the photo or mess it up. But I did that for about all of an hour, and then after that, I was like, I don't care if I'm in your photo. Like, I'll have the fucking beer gut out, dude. I'll like bend over with the plumber ass crack out just to ruin your photo. Like, I don't care. Like, I hate you so much right now. But other
That's
than
the
that,
American way.
other than that, it was like it was beautiful. Like, really, like, and even like Castle Nijo. I keep wanting to say Nijo, I guess, because that's like I don't know Mexican or whatever. But fucking, that was like 2 minutes from our hotel. Like so, you wake up, you like pull open the blinds, and you could like literally see the castle with like the moat and everything. So that was sick. It was really cool to see. Um, food recommendations. I don't know. I went into it like not having like places I wanted to go eat at, and honestly, that's for the better. Cause like you'll just be walking through the city and you'll smell like the best food you can like imagine, and it's just like down some alleyway in some tiny restaurant that fits 12 people and you'll sit down and you'll have a delicious meal for like $8, and it's like the best food you've had. So, my suggestion is like maybe have 1 or 2 places that you want to do, if, like go visit if you go over there for food. But other than that, just walk around the city and just if it smells good, go in. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's a big thing about Tokyo. I think that's very foreign to us and also very attractive to a lot of us. Is when you go over to Tokyo, it's a very walkable city, and so it is just alleyways everywhere of just like great food or something interesting to look at. It's a city made to be walked in, and then you take the trains for anything further, which again is really great public transportation, very clean. I remember like a video like from like the first time New York went to Japan, and I think Nika says like, oh, it's like New York public transit, except like not shitty or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
there's
Yeah.
not like trash
Yeah.
everywhere, you know. Yeah.
People hopping
Bubbles and
the
Nico aren't
gate.
getting tickets.
Yeah.
In front of me.
I was about to mention that, like people like aren't hopping the like gates and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything's so clean, organized. Like I think one of our bullet trains was like 7 minutes late or something, and they can't. The conductor and them came out to like every train, like everything. I think they apologized. I don't know. They were like going and like talking to the passengers. I was like, oh, that's pretty fucking rad. And the bullet train's like super comfortable. It's like I think it's $90 to get to Kyoto from Tokyo, which is like 2.5 hours. I think it's like a 6-7 hour drive. But yeah, I just put a couple beers in my backpack, got on the train, put my feet up on my luggage, sipped a couple beers, took a nap. Great. Yeah. Seats are super comfortable, so
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah, no trash cans in the street either. That was a weird thing for me. It's like it got to the point where I didn't want to buy stuff because I knew I couldn't throw it away anywhere. You have to like take it home to like throw shit away. Like they don't just like let you throw stuff away anywhere. There's no trash cans anywhere, but there's no litter either. Like no one's littering. So
Yeah. Do you know why there's no trash cans?
I think because of the alcoholics or something. I heard like they
Oh.
keep fucking up the streets.
they organize their trash, right?
They
So
do that, yeah.
the story I've heard is that there was a terrorist attack like 20, 30 years, maybe 30 years ago at this point. I don't know the exact date. But some kind of time ago, there was there was a terrorist attack, like with a bomb, like in a trash can, and so they removed all the trash cans, and they just left them out ever since. But yeah, like you kind of mentioned, it's like the social expectations kind of match the lack of trash cans, right? You're not supposed to walk around drinking your bubble tea or whatever, so what do you need a trash can for, right? You're supposed to either consume it there or you're supposed to take it home. That's kind of the
Yeah.
There are places where it's not as strict. Like I think I've seen people walking around with drinks in Shibuya, for example. But
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, we were in Ikebukuro like I forget which side of it, but it felt like Deep Ellum for any of you guys that are like Dallas locals or locals, but like without getting the fear of getting stabbed or like in a fist fight. Like it was like that kind of like party-ish type vibe, but yeah, but no one would like hit you or talk to you or do anything. So
Well, like Sixth Street or something in Austin, kind of.
yeah, like
Kinda
not
weird.
that crowded. But yeah, I mean, like everyone was there, kind of partying and drinking. Like my sleep schedule got fucked up, so I was waking up a lot of mornings at like 5 a.m. I'd walk to Family Mart to go grab a drink or breakfast or whatever, and I'd see like a lot of Japanese businessmen like coming out of like karaoke bars or the girly houses or whatever, and just like hammered drunk still, dude, just like stumbling around and shit. Like they're not making any noise, they're not bothering anyone, but they're just looking like an episode of the fucking Walking Dead, dude, just like struggling to get where they're going. So it was funny to see, and I was like, damn, I need to hang out with these boys, dude. Looks like they're having a good time.
Okay. Any last Japan thoughts?
Go.
Okay.
I'd move there if I could take my wife and my dog with me to Japan. I'd move for sure. It's definitely a culture shock, but yeah, go if you can. That's all I gotta say, really. Even if it's not for Third Strike, just go. Like it's a beautiful country, so.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Um, shimming on over to the third part of our podcast. We have the two-time Texas Showdown champion here, Cho, the chosen one. Ch0 Sen.
Gotta
Zero
spell
is
stuff with
important.
a zero, you fucking loser.
I wanted to be cool, dude.
No, that is pretty cool. When you're 13.
Yeah, only when you're 13 too. No other age.
I
We
know,
should
there's,
like
three-
rate everyone by their 13-year-old gamer tags. Like who had the lamest gamer
What was
tag?
your third
Oh, dude, I don't.
tag, Lance?
You already know it's Igloo Bob, baby.
Oh my
I made
god.
that when I was like 14 for sure. Igloo Bob.
That's like 2 out of 10.
That's
funny.
I don't know. I think it's a 9 out of 10, but that's fine.
It's funny, but you did
Mine's-
get Warden of the North though. That's pretty sick. I'll give you that one.
Yeah, it was made in a time period where like LOL so random was just like a way bigger part of humor. So just calling myself Igloo Bob. Oh, Bob's a funny name because it's so random. Like that was the entirety of it. There's nothing else. That was the whole thing. Ray, what about you?
Mine's been wax since I was like 13 or 14. It used to be hot wax, and then it
Hot
just turned into wax. Yeah,
You should bring that back.
dude, it was sick, man.
Reminds me of
I-
hot Carl from
Hottest
Steelhammer.
wax.
Hottest wax.
I was like, my name was after like one of my favorite skateboarders had an imaginary band called Hot Wax, and he'd be like super stoked on Hot Wax. So that was my screen name for a long time,
Mhm.
and I shortened it to Wax. And now it turns out that guy like beat his wife or something. So maybe I should just reinvent myself, dude. Maybe I just go by Ray at this point, you know.
Yeah.
I used to be like, I don't know. I used to like just like smash my keyboard. It's like, all right, what am I getting? And then just a random, like jumble of letters. But yeah, I don't know. I wasn't very creative as a kid, so I can't really tell you any of my like.
But your last
13-year-old
name's
keyboard.
Cho, so that kind of works out, right?
Well,
Like,
yeah, because okay, so the origin
yeah,
of
Ch0sen.
is literally Cho. Like I needed something, so I was like, okay, whatever. And then I moved here, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to play Third Strike. I'm gonna not be Ch0sen. I'm gonna just be David. But then there was another fucking David already here, so I'm like, god damn it, I have to stick.
To be
with
fair,
my-
Dallas has too many fucking Davids at this point. All right, you
That's
guys
true.
are done with that.
That's
We got
true.
White David, we got Asian David, we got David Butler.
Yeah, Butler, yeah.
We have a fourth David too, right? No,
I don't know.
I feel like there's another one. So Ducky is Ducky's name David? I can't remember. I don't know. There's too many you fuckers though, so that's
Yeah,
fine.
it was already taken, so I had to stick with my dumb, stupid Smash username.
Hmm.
Ah,
Oh, so
Oh,
Smash username. You said
Tell-
a
tell us
key word
about
in
that.
there. So can
Tell
you?
us about your Smash Brothers career.
When did you start playing Super Smash Brothers Melee for the
okay.
GameCube? Let us
Alright.
know.
I didn't know this was a Melee podcast, guys. I thought this is a Third Strike.
Yeah, no,
I
it
feel
is.
like every time we're on here, we start talking about fucking Melee, dude. Everyone's just a Melee player, so
Yeah,
let's get it out of the way.
who did y'all interview that was Smash players? Like Corey, right?
Bubbles,
Corey was-
MV.
Sunny.
yeah.
I think even Caesar and Nika used to fuck with Smash, right?
He
Maybe
did.
not
I've
Nika.
seen-
I'm sorry, Nika, if you're in the chat and you didn't play with. Smash Bros,
there's
but-
a Marth video on his YouTube
There
channel.
it is.
He ain't trying to hide it. Me and David played Melee. We played the real Melee, right? We didn't play this wave
We
dashing
played the real Melee Lance,
garbage.
middle
Yeah.
school fucking free day where you bring the GameCube and your Martha's better than their Luigi.
Yeah, if you
And
guys
you
start
gotta
like
run it.
like they started inventing new like techniques and banning
Oh
like
yeah,
90% of the stages and
Oh my
like just
gosh.
nonsense.
It's called innovation.
it's not
called
innovation, bro. Y'all just change the rule set when you don't like it when you're losing.
That's
You
it.
know, like,
Like-
oh,
That's
he
true.
grabbed the ledge 4 times. No, fuck that. The rule is no more than 3 now. Like now
Mhm.
I'm the champ.
I mean, us Smash players, we can't get better, right? So
Yeah,
we
they
put
even
in-
mod the game, dude.
Yeah, they've
They
literally
work hard to do that. Like absurd.
imagine.
But-
I'm surprised that like it was this weekend. Sonny was playing versus that 12 player in North Carolina, and Sonny kept trying to punish his super. I think it was his super with like strong like target combo, and the target combo kept whiffing over 12 because he sat short. I'm surprised Sonny didn't be like, yeah, can we patch that? Like, can we just can we make a rule about
I like how you threw that out there just to throw shade at Sonny for losing to a 12 player, dude.
Shout out
What
to
a
Dance.
fucking #1 hater, man. I swear.
He was
So
he was a good
anyway.
guy, though. He was a good guy.
Anyway, when did you get into Smash? And let's get
Okay.
through this. And how did that translate into Third Strike?
Into
Joe?
Third Strike. Okay, so, basically, I started playing Smash in 2016, but I've been a fan since 2014. So
Okay.
you could ask me, oh, what happened in Street Fighter of Evo 2014? I cannot tell you, but I can tell you what happened in Melee because
Okay.
that was the first like Smash content tournament I've ever consumed. 2014 Evo 2014 Melee. And then I was watching it and I was like, dang, I didn't know like Smash could be played like this. Like this is really sick.
Was that the Wobbles one where you went super far?
No, that was the Mango one. Well,
Oh.
I guess there's like 2 Mango.
The
ones.
Wobbles
That
one.
was the
The Wobbles
one
one was
after
way
that.
better. So
Yeah, that Evo was better. But
correct.
I didn't watch during that time. Yeah, I watched 2014 and then I saw Mango win and I was like, oh my gosh, Mango, like he's so cool. He became my favorite player. You know, Fox Falco, fastest characters in the game, blah blah blah. And then I watched every other Melee tournament after that, basically. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna play. So I played. I picked up Falco, and then I picked up Fox. If I were to go back now, I'd pick Fox, just because he's sick and he's fast, and Falco sucks. But yeah. So that happened. I got decent. I don't want to say I got like really good or anything. Like I got 14th in Houston. Like
Wow.
whatever. Cool. Yeah,
14th?
14th.
Out of
Out
how
of
many?
how many? 15 people?
Like
or
six,
what?
it's top 16. He
Dude.
got 14.
Probably. Well, in Houston, the top 16 players are always ranked, which I don't know why that number specifically, but
So you were like the worst of the best of that city.
yeah, pretty much. Like I wouldn't lose to like the people that show up like for one local a season,
Mhm.
but I would lose to basically everyone else. So I wasn't good. I got 14th, whatever. I did pretty well at a regional, whatever, blah blah blah. And then at some point, like if you guys in the chat like watched the Dr. Steelhammer Dan episode, I had the realization of like, oh, I just like don't have it. Like I'm not gonna really get good at this game. It's too much. That combined with like the community just not really being too friendly or being too welcoming in a sense. That also got to me because like I was still playing when I moved here, and then I tried to like get acquainted or like try to make friends with the DFW Melee scene here, and no shade to them, but definitely shade to them. They're very cliquey. Like I would try to like make conversation. I would try to basically like hang out with them, like talk as we play friendlies. Yeah, I said the fucking word,
Friendlies. Oh, tell me more about friendlies.
Dude, terrible. They're not friendly,
Okay.
but basically like yeah, I would try to make friends with them and then they just like wouldn't. I'm like ask about like, oh, what are you majoring in, blah blah blah, and they would one word answers, not friendly at all. So
Oh.
at that point I was like, okay, sorry, what was that?
Oh, I just said well. That's it.
Oh, okay. And then that's when I met Austin. So shout out to Austin if you're in the chat or if you watch this later, Roots. You're right, Rennick, by the way. Shout out to Austin. He was like, "Oh, like, do you watch Third Strike at all?" And I was like, "Oh, I've seen a couple of vids, like, like the Tominaga matches where he's losing the whole time, and then he gets 2 Crocuses and wins both rounds." And back then in my head, I'm like, "Dude, that's sick. That's sick. Like, oh my gosh, he grabbed him once and he died." Those are the matches that I brought up to Austin when he asked me, and then he was like, "Oh, well, we have a scene here, like DFW, like Third Strike, they play at Free Play every Wednesday back when we did First to Five nights." Um,
I remember
and I
those.
was like, yeah, those actually helped a lot. But yeah, so I was like, okay, I'll show up to one of those. Just give me an address, and then I'll be there. Is this Austin Millhouse? Yeah, it's the same guy, Roots Austin. So I showed up. I did a little bit of prep before, like basic training mode stuff. By that I mean like dive kick 1-2-3 in training mode and be like, yes, I will go to the arcade and dive kick 1-2-3 everyone and then just win. And spoiler alert, that didn't work clearly. But the reason that I stuck with it was because everyone here is so friendly. Like, the one vivid memory I have of when I first went in 2021 or early 2022, the one vivid memory I had was I was playing on like the third cab, obviously not the stream cab. I forgot who I was playing against, but Cedric, shout out to Cedric, was behind me and was like, I was losing or whatever, and he was like, chill, like you got this, like, basically like, like encouraging me and like, helping me try to like win the match at that point. And in Melee, that's not something I really got. Like, random people wouldn't do that. And maybe it's because for Third Strike, like, we're already a small enough community as it is. We can't really afford to lose anyone. But even if that wasn't the case, like, okay, like these people are nice. Like, they're very encouraging. They want people to play and stick with the game. So it's like, okay, I'm about this. I may suck right now. I might suck for a while. I still do, in my own opinion, but whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna stick with this just because this community is really sick, and that's the main reason why I stuck with it. So that's my Melee to Third Strike transition, I guess.
Sure. Do you remember the first person you ever played in the First of Five?
Oh shoot. I don't think it was Alan.
Okay.
No, I definitely don't think so. I think it was Cam.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a collection of like we had all these new people play each other. It was like Alan, Cam. Alan had like 2 friends he used to come with. I don't remember those guys' names. They were only around for a bit. There was like Kitchen Cam as well. Like, I don't know if you remember that guy.
This was Tech Cam, like the
Right.
Marinus. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cam
yeah, yeah.
Marinus.
Yeah, funny.
I got bodied. Don't look at that VOD.
Oh, I'm gonna go watch it right after this. They're all timestamped, by the way.
Well, we have the footage queued up.
I actually knew the
trailer.
answer.
We had Johnny craft a trailer of you just getting your ass beat when you start. It's pretty sick.
I will say it's pretty funny because I have a playlist of all the sets I have on YouTube, and like I would look at that and I'm like, dang, I was really that bad. That's crazy. So, but yeah, the only reason why I stuck with Third Strike TLDR is because the community here is nice. If y'all were assholes, I wouldn't be here. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I know we treat each other like shit, but we all love each other. We all love each other here in Dallas.
Yeah.
You know?
Of course.
Yep.
Yeah, funny story. I went to the arcade, or not arcade, free play one time, and I went with like my normie friends, and Alex was there. And I was playing Alex on the other side, and we're just fucking shit talking each other the entire time. Like, you're fucking garbage. Get that shit out of here. We're just yelling back and forth. And my buddy like pulled me to the side, like, hey, dude, we gotta fuck this guy up. Like, we gotta meet him in the parking lot after this. And I'm like, nah, dude, that's my boy. Like, this is just the way we treat each other when we play. But it's all love,
Yeah.
you know.
Slightly unrelated, but like I may not remember who exactly my first First to Five was, but one of my vivid memories when learning the game was, okay, it's the third cab, obviously not the stream setup, and I'm playing White David, and he's bodying me for like 50 games straight with like Akuma, and I'm like,
That's his
Dang,
thing,
oh.
right? Like they will like like there's three cabs at free play back then, and there's always like okay the main
Yeah.
cab like the best players want to play on it, and like if you're brave enough you can ask to be in the rotation or whatever. Uh,
Mhm.
David's always the guy who's like, yeah, I'm just gonna run the third cab. I'm just gonna 50 streak all these
Destroy
bums.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Two
like
40 ouncers deep, just fucking playing as Alex, destroying everyone.
Mhm.
I have the most vivid memories of his Akuma fucking me up. Like, I don't know why. Maybe that was the most triggering or traumatizing or whatever. But he probably did that with like every character. I'd imagine. So that was one of the vivid memories of like me learning. And also another vivid like thought that I had was like, dang, these guys do first to one. Like that's insane. In melee we do rotations. Like you play two. It's a 3-person rotation. You play two matches, and then um win or lose you like play two, and then win or lose you also get off after two, and you move to the next
What
guy or
is
whatever.
wrong with
Yeah,
the
they showed me
Smash
that.
community?
We were playing.
Yeah,
What's that game
so-
called? It's not melee. It's like a melee clone. What was I playing? Show you know. What
Rivals.
I was
Rivals.
playing
versus-
Rivals, and like Max
Yeah.
and Austin are like, okay, well now it's your turn, and you're gonna play Austin. I'm like, why? Like Max just won. Yeah, apparently that's what they do. It's like it's everyone gets to play. Everyone gets a participation award, Zoomer crap,
Yeah.
where you all just even if you win, you get off and let everyone play. This is not like that.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I
it's
mean-
like fucking that motivated me a little bit because I'm like at first I'm like okay that's dumb, but then these guys teach me about arcade culture and it's like that kind of motivated me to be like okay well if it's one and done I want to get good so I just stay on the cab and play more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you
So,
pick your shit because you want to stay on the cab, right?
yeah.
And then also too, you used to pay money. Like
Mhm.
every game was a money match, right? Like you'd put your quarter up, you'd play, and you want to make that quarter go as far as you can, so like you can stay on the cab.
Yeah.
It's not this like, well, I won. Back to the line for me. Oh, fuck out of here with that, dude.
Yeah, I can't
I need
say
to go to
I
a Smash
miss
meetup,
that,
dude,
so.
and just hang out and heckle.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
No, I don't want to play. I just want to observe, dude. People watching,
I remember
Write
like
paper on them.
one of our up and coming players, like when I first met them, they came over to me, and I was beating someone. I was like had like on a 10-game win streak, and they said, "Oh, can I get next?" And I said, "You're gonna want to go to the other side of the cab, buddy. I ain't losing anytime soon." Like that was his first impression of me, so I'm sure he loved it. But yeah, no, it's
If anybody is watching this who's never been, like, if you just play on Fightcade and you've never been to an arcade meetup, you don't get one more. I'm sorry. Like, that is the worst thing you could possibly say to me ever is you just lost, especially if you got dumpstered, right? Like, and then you're like, oh, give me one more. No. You just lost your next turn for saying that shit. Like, you're done. Like, get off the cab.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of guilty of that sometimes, but that's just because I'm salty.
Mm.
But if
Nope.
if someone
Nope.
someone were to really put their foot down and be like, no, get off, I'd be like, all right.
Yeah, that's always been a doubt. So that's interesting too. Is I had observed that because I did not start in the arcade era. I just lived in Alaska with my friend. We played each other. I'd play online, so I did not come from arcade culture. Nevertheless, I internalized the rules, and I traveled to I traveled to Japan a few times, LA a few times, a few majors. So I had internalized the one and done rule, and coming to free play. It's like it's got its own meta. It's nothing we described so far. It's kind of like, oh, just play for a while until you feel like you're done, and then the person behind you can have a turn. And it's been like an ongoing battle to beat that out of our scene. It's just like, no, you're not special. There's like 4 people standing around you. You just lost 3 times. You should have got up 3 games ago. Get off the cabinet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I come from skating, and skating was always like stay the hell out of anybody's way who's like going faster than you. So like if they're skating an obstacle or something, and like they're putting in work, if you don't have anything for that, you don't just clog up. Like you don't waste their time with like I'm gonna go try my stupid little bullshit trick that I know I'm not gonna land, and like this guy's losing his mind, like trying not to die. But I'm over here just fucking fiddling around on the stairs or whatever. Like you just don't do that. You just okay. He's done skating it now. Now it's my turn. And yeah. And I mean, if you're gonna play, like play. And if you lose, get up. And yeah, just none of this like we're running a set. You're not running a set. I promise you, you're not running a set. He doesn't know you're running a set. He just dominated you. He doesn't want to play you anymore. Get to the back of the line. So
I will say though, I hate when like, okay, I'm streaking this guy on the other side of the cab, They get one, and then that one game, they walk from that side to this side and be like, "Get up."
Um,
I
that
hate
does
that
suck.
so
Yeah,
much.
it does suck
I
when you're
hate
running
that.
it and then someone
Yeah,
like, yeah. But I mean, you shouldn't have lost, bro.
That is
You
true.
shouldn't have lost. You should have put up
that
25 instead of 24. It's your
Hmm.
I
problem.
got kind of mad at some of the arcade guys because one of them did that, and I looking back, I probably shouldn't have been stubborn about it. Probably should have just got up, but I will say that's the one thing that like kind of pisses me off about that. But yeah, why did I lose? Right? Like,
And results
Well,
with
I
this
do notice
weekend
like
going on like 50 game streak. So why can't you do that?
well, also too,
there
like
you go.
visitors
There
are
you go.
different, right? Like, let's say if someone's in town playing, like I don't need to play Lance or Cho. Like we play every weekend,
Yeah,
multiple times
yeah.
a week. If there's someone like from out of town that's here, then yeah, they get to stay on the cap. Like that's fine. Like they, let's all play them, get what we can out of it. But like, yeah, if it's your local boys, then no, one and done. Go to the
Mhm.
back of the line.
Hmm.
I agree.
I agree.
I noticed too. It's kind of like a thing at majors. I feel like arcades, or if you're playing on like arcade hardware, like it's kind of the expectation one and done. But when you're playing on super guns and shit, or like I remember I think I tried to play fucking Guilty Gear at one tournament. I don't know why, dude. But I went to like go get in line, and then like they see me sitting there with my shit, and then they just keep running the set, and I'm just like, can I get next? Like, no, no, we're playing. Like, yeah, I know you're playing, dumbass. Like, I can see that. Like, let me play too. That's why I'm standing here with my arcade stick. Like, I don't want to watch you two. I want to beat you two, though. But I don't know. Our arcades one and done. Get the hell off the cabinet. So
Word. Okay. So you lived in Houston. You played Melee. You were okay at it, not great. Moved over to Third Strike. Why'd you pick Yun? You said something about you watched Makoto. You wanted to 100% stun people.
Yeah, okay, so my character history goes like at first I was a big Tominaga fan because for whatever reason I saw that he grabs someone once and that's all he fished for the whole game and then he wins. I for some reason thought that was cool. I was an idiot, but whatever.
hey,
I
before you continue this, are you for banning wobbling or not?
uh I mean everyone
You don't have to say it. Continue. Continue.
We already know the
So,
answer. The fact that you
we
did,
already know. We
yeah,
already know.
you're gonna try to
Anyway.
justify that.
for real, like it's dumb. It's dumb because the people who are playing Ice Climbers now can essentially just do wobbling just with extra steps. So it's like, why even ban it in the first place?
Yeah,
Like everyone's
exactly.
already doing it now, like right? But anyways, so
Tominaga, Tosa.
Tominaga, the Ice Climbers player of Third Strike or whatever. Yeah, big fan for
Sure.
whatever reason. The pink color, how cool the combo looked. I was like, I'm down. I'm playing Makoto.
Hmm.
It did not work out well. All I would do was fish for command grab and the 100% combo, and I couldn't even do the 100% combo. So I was like, dang. At some point, I was like, is this character even for me? I was playing on Fightcade at the time, and this was also before I went to free play because like I dabbled with the game, like installed it on Fightcade, but played like 2 matches with like random people and just got off. So I was like, oh okay, Third Strike's cool, but not for me. I played Melty Blood or whatever. Um, but at some point, I was like, yeah, is this character even for me? Because like I can't even do the combo. At least not yet. Now I can, but back then I was like, I can't do it. The breaking point was as a scrub. I was like, okay, I want to play on Fightcade. I lose to this Chun, and this Chun was trash. I don't know who this Chun player is. Lance, maybe I don't fucking know.
It's probably one of Lance's 80 ults.
True, true.
I don't
No,
play Chun-Li
I'm
on
kidding.
ults. No, I don't.
I'm kidding, but like, yeah, I was like, I lost to this Chun, terrible, and I was like, dang, Makoto can't beat Chun, like this is just impossible. How do you do this? And I don't want to play Chun because, filthy casual at the time. I was like, oh, Chun's for losers. Like, why would I play Chun?
Sentiment remains, yeah.
No, I think for real, I think Chun right now requires a lot of effort to play.
Yes.
When you're playing
I
against
love
good
it.
players. When you play against bad players, it's different. But when you play against good players, it's like, oh, this requires effort. But yeah, so I was like, okay, so I need an answer for Chun. What do I do? So I pick Yun, and yeah, I immediately gravitated towards the character because I was like, oh, I play Spacies, Fox and Falco in Melee, and I was like, these characters are technical. I love being technical, and I love like doing hard shit in game. Like, um, you know, I'll pick up Yun and then see where things go from there. Uh, Turns out it was a good choice because I really like the character. Out of all the fighting games I think I've ever played, he's probably the most fun I've ever had playing a character. I still lose with him, will still lose with him, but it's like, yeah, this character's sick. He has so much freedom. He's very cheap. Um, so what originally was a Chun counter pick turned into a main, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to my first to five night with Yun, see how things go, and just go from there. So, yeah, I just TLDR, Chun counter pick, but then the technicality and the overall feeling of steamrolling other players with Yun is what got me to stick to Yun. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So there were two things I want to follow up on. Number one, you said you were stupid for idolizing Tominaga, but it is my sense of things that a lot of the like some of the newer players, or the YouTube watchers and so on, what they really gravitate towards is like Denjin Ryu, SA2 Makoto, like that's really cool to them. Some of the people who've been around forever will be like, those are whatever degenerate or something, well, not everyone, but some people feel that way. But yeah, anyway, what I'm trying to get at is that I don't think it's so crazy to want to watch Tominaga and be like, oh, I want to do that to people. It seems to be a lot of
Yeah,
people's
yeah.
initial reaction. Yeah. Now, when you play against Tominaga and he just sits just jumping up and down in the corner for 30 seconds until he lands a super, okay, maybe you're not loving it anymore. But I mean, that makes
Yeah, I
sense.
lost a
Yeah,
couple
yeah.
of coins to him over there.
Yeah.
It's not good, And it sucks because like, oh, I fucked up. You grabbed me. I lost. All right, insert money. Let's try again.
Yep.
Just over there, just collecting your payment. So
I always say, like, I can't speak from experience, but imagine going to Japan. You buy a ticket, you buy a hotel, you register for Co-op Cup. Your round one's against Tominaga, first to one. He grabs you twice and you die, and that's it. It's like, all right, yeah, this is worth it. Let's run it back next year, I guess. But
Yep.
yeah, just a thought. But I mean, no shade to Tominaga. Obviously, I've never played him. Obviously, he's good.
Yeah. Of course.
Um,
Of course.
But it's
no,
just like that.
he's good. Yeah, the first game I played him, I expected like the nonsense, like, oh, he's gonna sit in the corner, just play
Yeah.
defensive and try to grab me, and he just rushed me down, fucked me up, and I was like, oh, okay, like he can do that too. And then I started fighting back a little bit, and then I would get myself killed eventually at some point in the game. But
Well, later on, like once you play more Third Strike, it's like you kind of understand what he's doing, right? Like he's not only fishing for it. It's mostly like, oh, he has the opportunity where he can fish for it with like lower risk. Yeah, he's gonna do it.
yeah,
So, but like I mean, sometimes that's not like what it seems. So,
well,
I think
sometimes too, his offense will force you into a decision where you get command grabbed, right? Like
Mhm.
he'll wait for you to jump out of the corner or something, and like, oh, now I'm in the corner, and he Karoxes you, or yeah, he's in the corner, he Karoxes you, and then you die. And you're like, oh, I'm an idiot for like jumping over, hitting a button, because like, yeah, of course he wants that. Like, he knows I'm gonna jump out and like try to stand jab when I land and down parries and I die. So
Ball put it best. Coin
what a
stealer.
character!
Coin
What a
stealer.
character!
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely an aspect of this game, right? I mean there are parts of this game
Mhm.
where you lose. If you're playing, if you go to Tokyo, there are free play nights, but there are nights where you're playing for 50 yen at a time, and yeah, you just make one small mistake and that's around. I mean it's the same as versus Yurian, right? You can get hit by a headbutt, you can fail the quick rise, and you're just dead. I mean that's the game, so embrace it, or lab it or something.
Yeah,
Embrace the
it's
suck.
to me the reason why those characters. I mean, obviously I'll play against those characters. Like I'll play casuals, whatever. Um, but I might not find them the most fun, and I think it's because I know it's not the full picture, but sometimes I feel like they're just hoping I make a mistake.
Mm.
And like to me, I don't like that. Like that puts pressure on me. So that's why it might not be like the most fun against like those characters, like the ones that come to mind, like SA2 Makoto, Denjin Ryu, to a certain extent, like SA2 Oro, even SA3 Oro. Again, it's not the full picture. and I will like gladly play casuals because it's Third Strike, and at the end of the day, Third Strike's sick. But in my head, sometimes I get salty because I'm like, dang, they're just wishing I mess up. That's crazy. So
Let's make sure we get the record straight though. This is coming from a young player who's labbed
yeah,
all
I mean,
these
I,
punishes.
yeah,
dude. You know how
I
hard it
can't
is
say
to get my
anything.
bar, dude.
Oh my goodness.
I can't say anything. I'm a young player. All right, so
Cho, wake
just
up down
ignore-
parry. Trying to be losing the
Oh
round.
my
He'll wake up
God.
down parry. He'll do Daipon loop across the screen.
For 70%.
70% of your life. And he's like,
Yeah,
these
so
fucking Urian and Oro players, and they're guessing to make a mistake.
At the end of the day, you know, yeah, that
I mean,
You literally have a signature move named after you.
the Ch0sen.
that's only for y'all. No one else says that shit, dude. That's literally only for y'all. But
Ch0sen's signature move is wake up down parry.
Yeah.
I have the meter. So you know. But
It was so funny too. At one of the sessions we had, like, he did wake up down parry, and me and Lance were both like, Ch0sen. You're like, what? Why are you guys saying that? Like, why would you say that? You woke up
true.
down parry, you know? It's like, oh, I don't do that, do I? Like, yeah, you do it all the fucking time, dude. You steal so many rounds off that.
This is true. Yeah.
Ultimately, that's the game,
but
kind
again,
of game
like-
it is, you know? You embrace it.
Again, I do want to clarify, right? Like Third Strike, at the end of the day, it's a beautiful game. It's an amazing game. It's just sometimes I get pretty salty, and against those characters especially, I get salty. But I'll still play at the end of the day. So you know, I just want to clarify. I don't want to be like a super scrub lord or anything. So
Every strong character has really cheap ways to kill you off of very minimal mistakes, right? You know, I have won a big tournament match by playing a very dead even 1-1 final game, final round. I just landed low forward super, jump light kick, low forward super, jump light kick, low forward legs, and they had one pixel after. I mean, you know,
That's his problem.
what a bullshit game.
yeah,
Yeah. But I mean, that's like, we're talking about, Oro, Yuria, and Ryu. They're not even considered the best characters in the game.
yeah, they're not.
That's
yeah,
what's
so
so
they really
beautiful
have to
about
work
Third
for it.
Strike. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm bitching about the mid tiers
You are,
because they're so
yeah.
good. So,
They really have to work for it. To be fair,
Yeah.
assuming the player's good, right? So
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, on this character, we're complaining about half the cast at this point. If you didn't play Yun, who would you play?
I think Makoto.
Okay.
I have the most fun playing her like in casuals when I'm just dicking around. Either Makoto or Ken, because with Ken I feel like as a casual, I use like filthy casual whatever. I used to like think, oh, why would anyone play Ken in this game? Like he's so boring. Like he just does boring shit. But then you actually play Third Strike, you get a little better, and you're like, oh wait, this character is fucking sick. Like you call them out, and you get like a super confirm. It feels good. You get Kara Shoryu, also feels good. Lance, you wouldn't know anything about getting Kara Shoryus.
I don't
but,
need
you
it.
know,
If I learned Kara Shoryu, I would just never lose with Ken. So I don't want to do that to you people.
unathletic Ken I've ever seen in my entire life. Oh my
It's true.
God.
But it
No one in
wins-
my
it
local
wins
team can
somehow.
even beat my Ken. So what have we been talking about?
Oh,
Oh no! Like, what if I
God.
learned Kara Shoryu? You guys would
Get
have.
outta
Oh, sorry.
here.
I Yuki, of course, can beat my Ken, but the rest of you bums cannot even beat my
Ken
Ken.
came in at the wrong time, dude.
Yeah,
Came at the
fucking-
wrong time.
The Ken is wheezing in between dashes.
I don't need Kara
Oh
Shoryu.
my god.
Anyway,
But yeah, I think Makoto, definitely not SA2, SA1, or Ken. Yeah. I'm a fan of playing good characters. All right, I don't want to play Alex. I don't want to play Q.
that's a Dallas
can't play
mentality.
Alex.
Good characters. Good
You
characters.
can't play Alex. Let's be real here.
I can't. I can't press jump pierce as good as you. So
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
no problem, dude. I've lost plenty. I lost plenty of matches to Ray Alex.
That's sad. No, that's a Dallas mentality, though. Dallas is a very tier horror kind of scene, which I think is the right thing to do. I mean, it kind of kicks us in the butt when we don't have character specialists, but those are available on Fightcade.
Mhm.
If you want to
this is
learn
true.
to fight Necro or Oro, there are definitely people you can reach out to. They just don't live in Dallas.
Yeah, it's always
playing
difficult
good
though.
characters.
It's like, like I had to play Boa, and then I'm like, I've never seen this shit before. Like 90% of this I've never seen before. This sucks. Pick Chun or Ken. Yeah, let me fight that. Stop hopping around the screen. So
Okay. Have you seen The Matrix?
Next question. Dude, it broke my heart. I tweeted, I was like, all right, the obligatory like, oh, you win post, so you got to tweet something out, right? I tweeted out like, oh, I won Showdown, like somehow managed to get it, like let's go, like, yay, thank you. And then Kodama, oh my gosh, shouts to Kodama,
Legend,
good
yeah.
friend of mine. He used to like visit Houston a lot. He says, watch The Matrix.
Yep.
Now no congratulations, no good shit. Just watch The Matrix. I'm like, not you too. No, I guess I really do have to watch it now. But
You actually have
I
to watch
watched
all
half of
three.
it. No,
You don't gotta watch all 3, bro.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I was gonna say.
You don't.
You have to watch all 3. Here's the thing about the Matrix movies. There is no fourth one.
Uh-huh.
We can start there. There's no fourth one. Okay.
There isn't. Let me
No,
look that up.
There's not a fourth one.
Controversial.
Joe, there's not a fourth one. There's three. There's 3 Matrix movies. One is a good movie, and it was very innovative at its time. Like part of it is like people who watched it in the '90s were like, "Oh, this is so cool and futuristic." 2 and 3 are kind of shitty, but you need to have watched them to like commiserate on how shitty they are. And there's still some cool parts, right? Like there's a fight scene in 2. It's like a long, drawn out action set piece. Very cool. Yeah, 2 and 3 are bad movies. You still gotta watch them. It's like watching The Godfather 3.
Long and drawn out.
Yeah. Well, much like the movies.
I hear from literally everyone else, like you only need to watch.
No,
one.
you need to watch all 3.
Oh, also, okay. I don't want to like boast or anything, but like,
oh no,
when I won Showdown.
We didn't even ask about that show.
Oh, did you win Showdown?
I know. No,
I'm just joking.
No. But this has something to do with the Matrix, right?
Okay.
One of the first thoughts I said, because I like before I left and drove to Houston, Lance is like, "Oh, like you're not gonna win if you don't watch the Matrix." I'm like, "All right." One of the first thoughts I had was like, "Fuck you, Lance. I won without the Matrix." All right, how strong can I be if I do watch the Matrix? But it's just a funny little banter thing. So
sure, okay. Tell us. Well, you clearly want to talk about it so hard. Tell us about your Texas.
Want to talk about your win
listen,
at Texas Showdown.
Listen, you were talking about the Matrix, and I just happened to remember one of my first thoughts.
Yeah, no,
after it was done.
I understand. I often segue conversations into how cool I am. So you've learned. You're a natural. So tell us about your Texas Showdown wins. Tell us about the most recent one first.
Okay. So I was. First of all, I just want to say I think tournaments are basically like whoever's the best that day, and that like it doesn't mean like just because someone beat someone that day doesn't always mean that they're better than them, but it means like, oh, like you were better that day.
Sure, I understand. You're very humble, but tell me about your Texas Showdown.
No, I mean that's just genuinely how I feel. It's just like this game's pretty volatile, right? Like things can happen, and that's just how it is. So I think I was the 1 seed, right? Caesar was a 2, so the seeding worked out.
I think top 4 was seeded perfectly, right?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Sunny 3. Yeah. I think so. Resolve was better that day 3 days in a row. Yeah,
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
It's just whoever's hot that day.
Resolve was very consistent. Let's just say that.
Resolve had a long holiday, dude. He just fucking putting in work, dude.
So what you want me to talk about like my bracket run or like
whatever?
Showdown?
Talk about the tournament in general.
Okay.
I heard the guy who TO'd it was fucking awesome, dude. I don't know.
Oh yeah, dude. Okay, so ST took I love Beltran, right? Beltran's the homie, but he took like 9 hours to run ST. That shit should not have took 9 hours. Mr. Ray Stevens, round of applause, ran it in like 4 hours. What, 4 hours?
3.5. With help
3.5.
from Joey and Jace, so
3.5 hours. That's insane. So we got that done. Day 1 was pretty quick. I was in the first pool. I think I had to beat Jace to make it out, who got top 8 last year. So, yeah. Sorry, Jace. But I made it out. And then everything else happened. I'm trying to remember like if there were any crazy upsets that happened that day. But I also beat Shine before I beat Jace. And Shine, Ficade
Mr.
creator.
Ficade.
Mr.
Ficade.
Ficade, dude. He had some wonderful messages to send Lance that day.
Yep.
That were not scripted, by the
Uh-huh.
way,
Yeah, I bet.
but yeah, my path was like, I think. Sorry, I'm like scattering ideas everywhere. I think Mantra, the Ibuki player from Austin, round one,
Yeah,
and then
newbie. Yep.
Shine. Yeah, Shine, and then Jace to make it out, and then after that was Jaywin, who made it out of like what I called the death pool, because like I feel like all of the top seeds in that pool, like anyone could have made it out.
Yep.
Like any combination of two players. And then Caesar, which I think it was 3-1. And then grand finals, he beat me 3-0, and then I think I won 3-1 afterwards. So
Okay, so talk
that was
about
the
that.
run.
That I want to hear about. So I've been in that situation before. I think I don't know if that the exact same scores, but what you're describing strikes a chord with me because at Frosty, I had beaten Al in winners top 8, and then I think he beats me kind of clean in grand finals. Like he resets the bracket, 3-0 or 3-1, something like that. And then okay, now I remember for myself, I was not nervous in that situation. I kind of like, okay, well, that happened. I'm just gonna whatever. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. What is your thought though? Like, you've had like getting 3-0'd on the grand finals reset is emotionally taxing. So what was going through your head?
Yeah. There were a lot of things, but I feel like also at the same time, not a lot of things. Like, I wasn't beating myself up for it because I was like, okay, Caesar's clearly an amazing player. Like, this isn't me just being humble. This is me like genuinely like saying it how it is. Like, I think Caesar's the better player. Like I said, I was just better that day. Like, okay, like I wasn't really hung up about it. I was like, okay, fine. Like you said, right? Like it happens. Whatever. Like we move on. I'm reminded of like when uh, uh like this time Mango is talking about his tournament mentality where like every stock is just like, okay, like it's almost like a new you, going into it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was pretty much a result of what I've been working on this past year. So after last year, Jazzy finale, I made top 16 through points or whatever. I got beat up on stage pretty bad. And my main excuse, which in my opinion, obviously, to from my point of view, like it's gonna make sense. But I was really nervous. Like I couldn't move my hands. They were genuinely frozen. It was hard for me to move the lever and press the buttons. Like I was very nervous. Never been on that stage before. So my mentality going into next season was like, okay, I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna work on tournament mentality and nerves. And it all started in Brooklyn, and I did a lot of like mental prep and stuff, and just like feeling like I was prepared for the tournament. And that helped me a lot in terms of not getting nervous, staying composed, not getting frozen on like high stakes matches. And that was kind of what happened at Showdown. Like I lost, and I was like, okay, I'm not nervous. I'm calm. I've been practicing like that kind of stuff, or at least preparing for it like this whole year. I'm just gonna play my game, remember a few notes that I remembered about like the matchup and just the play style and stuff, and then go from there and see what happens. And it turns out, it happened to work out for me in the end. So the one thing I will say though is like the one piece of advice that like I heard Lance say was like, okay, when I play Caesar or Hugo or whatever matchup, I'm gonna have them have as little fun as possible in like whatever way I can. And I remembered that after going down 3-0, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna see what happens there. And turns out Yun is really good at playing lame. So there you go. That's
You did that the
was
previous
basically
year
my
too.
mentality.
You actually lost 3-0 in the run back and then won, I think 3-1 in the the grand finals again. What a guy here. What an adjustment.
This guy. that year I feel like I was less experienced. I wasn't having those same thoughts, but confidence I feel like is what took last year. I was like, all right, I'm just playing my game. I've been playing, Ray was in grand finals with me. Right? It's like I play Ray all the time. I'm just gonna play my game. I know his game. He knows mine. Let's just do it. I think that was the big difference between those two. So yeah, but whoever's better that day, right? So
Yeah.
that's usually how it goes, in my opinion.
And you talked about the stress from Jazzy. That was also like my first time kind of being on stage like that, and it's difficult, right? It sucks when like you feel like when you lose in third strike, not from like the gameplay aspect, but almost like the physical aspect of it. When it's like I'm just not even thinking about the game right now because like my hands won't do what I'm telling them to, just because I'm so nervous, or you drop something and it just feels like devastating. Like I know you talked about like you wanted to work on that. How are you actually like working on that? Like what are you doing to like kind of resolve those issues?
I kind of mentioned it earlier, but I feel like it was literally just feeling like you're prepared and feeling like you belong there when, even though to some people like that may not be the case, that doesn't matter. Like you're there, you're there, they're not.
Yep.
And I think just the overall feeling of okay, I am going into this tournament or this match or whatever, and I feel prepared. That in of itself is enough to be like, okay, so at least in my opinion, like, all right, nerves, won't get in the way too much. Like my hands aren't frozen. I've done this a lot of times, or I've seen these situations play out. I think it's literally just a matter of like being prepared, and then feeling like you're also prepared, like having that confidence. And then also, like this is another thing that I was trying to work on. But like when you're playing the game, like nothing else matters except the game. Like, I know Ray, you've like we've talked about this about how like sometimes you struggle with like, oh you hear like someone say like, oh, you could have done like something better here or like that, and then that kind of like bleeds into your head. I have been working on like trying to diminish that as much as possible. It's like, okay, only the game matters. The only thing that matters when I sit down and put my hands on the stick and buttons is how am I going to beat this guy? What is he doing to beat me? And then how am I going to beat him? And then that's it. Yeah. So I think that would be my answer in terms of like how I prep for that. It's just having like feeling prepared. I think that's the big one. So yeah.
Yeah. So I like the discussion about mentality. The thing that you brought up in particular about feeling like you belong there, I feel like that's a really important piece because Third Strike is a game where people have been playing for 20 years, and so when you're a new player, it's very easy to fall into a pattern. And I think this is much more or less the pattern of Dallas. You can let me know if I'm wrong. Many players kind of feel like, I can't beat Lance and Yuki. I'm not supposed to. It's fine to lose to them. And everyone else I want to beat basically. And so you kind of made it okay in your mind, that kind of thing. But there's a bridge there's a gap to bridge there because the ultimate goal, of course, is to win the tournament, right? That's what everyone's playing for. And so having this feeling like, yeah, I'm supposed to beat them. Like I'm just kind of showing up to do my job. I'm going to beat them. There's no one out of my reach. I feel like that's a really big part of competitive mentality. That's when a lot of people kind of make a jump. Just having that confidence, to be like, yeah, I'm supposed to beat them, and if I don't, like, okay, like if I don't beat someone, then it tells me I have work to do, and I'm gonna go home and do that work. It doesn't mean like, oh, they're so far above me, I can never beat them.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah. I feel like there's only a handful of people that like I personally played that make me feel that way in terms of like, oh, I'm never gonna beat them. But even then, it's inspiring because it's something to work towards, right? Like,
Sure.
Yuki, for example, I know he was in the chat earlier asking for codes to Zion. I assume that's WoW.
No, it's not WoW. And if you had watched
It's
the Matrix, you would know
fucker.
that. Jesus Christ!
Oh my god.
Sorry.
How embarrassing! You're never gonna beat Yuki. Never ever. I don't care how good you get. You're never gonna
Take
beat
back
him.
everything you just said.
Well, I know he's been playing WoW, so but it's like, yeah, like I see that and I play them and I'm like, dang, like how am I supposed to beat this guy? But it's also inspiring because it shows like what can be done in this game, right? Like Yuki as a player, he's like very inspiring to me personally. Same with like all the Japanese Yuns as well. Like Nika KO, obviously, Kang, Yi, Frankie, Ryan, like all those guys. It's like I watch them and I'm very inspired. Um, I think to myself like I want to get there. Not um, not so much. I can never beat them. I
Yeah.
guess.
Okay.
So it's just I'm thinking something different. I'm not thinking I can never beat them. I'm thinking I want to get to that. You know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I think that's huge. I think there should never be anyone in your brain where you think I can never beat them. You know, and I had that thought coming up. You know, maybe that's why I asked because it resonates with me because I kind of as early as like 2016, 2017, I'd kind of identified maybe 8 to 10 players who in my brain were like, oh, those are the best in America. You know, it's Nika, Yuki, Kang, blah blah. You know the names. Everyone knows the names.
Yeah, yeah.
And to me, there was such a gulf there, and it's like, okay, I'm going to try to beat everyone else, but I can't beat them, and it's fine to lose to them. And there's a, you know, you have to keep improving, you keep playing, you kind of just fine tune your game every time you play. By the way, we're adding resolve to that list now. It just can't be resolve anymore. Anyway,
Yeah.
but you know, like okay, and I think you can back this up because like the next day in Discord, like we were all talking, and my mentality, and you can tell me I'm lying. My mentality is like, okay, what are we gonna do in the next 6 months so this doesn't happen again?
Yeah.
Like we're not gonna like fucking annoy anyone. We're not gonna resolve's insane, but like the next step is okay, how do we beat this guy next time he comes? And if he beats us again, okay, then we're gonna keep working on it until we figure it out. We may be spending the rest of our lives on this one.
Board.
Yeah, exactly. It's always back to the drawing board.
Yeah, that's. I kind of had a heart to heart with Ben Shazakara after like doing as bad as I did last year at Jazzy Finale. Which no shade to my opponents, but I feel like I wasn't playing to like, my peak and all that. Yeah, Ben was like, back to the drawing board, and I'm like, yeah, I agree. Like, back to the drawing board. Let's reset. Kind of pretend like we know nothing, and then go from there, and then see what we can do about that. So yeah.
How long did it take you to get over that loss?
Ooh. Like externally, not that long. Internally, very long. Like,
Yeah, right? Like I was fucking depressed that week.
yeah,
Like the whole week.
Should I say it? Yeah, I'll say it. I kind of shed some tears after that. Like,
Sure.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
went to the
fucking
bathroom.
it sucks, man.
Yeah, I went to the bathroom. I was like, fuck. Like, I got as many points as I did or whatever. Like, I got in somehow, through the back door because like everyone declined their invite or whatever. But anyways, I was like, I got in, whatever. And I put on that. Like, I put on that show. Like,
Yeah, that
ridiculous.
was my thought too. It's like it
Yeah.
wasn't so much that like I lost, right? Like I can take my
Yeah,
losses, but it's like when I play as bad as I did and just waste everyone's time, I'm like, what am I doing here?
Yeah,
Like that was my thing. And shout outs to Flannel Jack. Flannel Jack came and talked me down from like running into traffic basically because I was at the bar just like, fuck that. Why am I doing this? This is the worst feeling I've ever had. Like this is horrible. Like I can't believe I just played that god awful in front of everyone.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was just seeing like how long it took you to kind of recover from that because it was a sad boy week for sure. I can tell you that
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
Like
I think Ben, shout out to Ben, he was like the only one that really caught me shedding tears that day, like right after I lost or like got double eliminated or whatever. And then he was like, "You good, man?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." I just like I put on, I worked so hard or whatever, and I put on that show. It's like, come on, like that sucked. Which is why like I say externally like later on that weekend or whatever, or like later when we had like arcade sessions or even the Houston sessions because I think I was living in Houston. Yeah, I'll play.
Yeah.
I'll do all this. I'll hang out with y'all. But like internally, like that loss resonated with me for a bit. So, but learning experience.
And it speaks to passion to me, right? There's always
Yeah.
to me there's always a fine line between how much you care and how you use that care. How you whether it motivates you or hurts. You know, like for instance, I've seen so many players, myself included, who after a hard loss are just, don't fucking talk to them for like a minute. They really care. Now, you can of course run into traffic. You can also use that as motivation. Say, okay, this is never going to happen again. It's kind of up to you how you're going to recover from it. And, there's some players who just kind of like are past that. Like I think it was like Jazzy 2 years ago, and Yuki loses in top 8. And Yuki was playing insane that week, and I kind of just thought he was going to win the whole thing. He loses, and it's just kind of, all right, let's go drink. That is also totally fine. I aspire to that level of just like, all right, cool. That was the tournament. All right, I'm good. Let's go drink. Nevertheless, I don't think it's a bad thing to shed tears about losing it. I mean, it sounds stupid when you say it. Oh, you cried about losing in a video game, but that's not really what it's about. It's about everything.
No.
Like Ray said, it really wasn't about losing, but it was more so just like, dang, like I look like an idiot up there. Yeah, it's like
it speaks to how much you care, and that's how you're gonna motivate yourself to do better next time.
I at least could have made it competitive. Like that was what I was thinking. I was like, could have at least took a game. I could have at least like made it close.
So like someone pulled your pants down on stage.
It's,
I mean, kind of, yeah. Like it's like,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm always like, if I played my best and I played a good game and I lost, I mean, that's not fine, but like I'm okay with it. I can live with that. But it's like when I don't get to play my best and I don't get to show what I'm capable of and I lose like in that type of fashion, it's like demoralizing. And then I also feel like I let my scene down. That's like the biggest one, right? It's like okay, like what is Dallas made of? And like I go up and play and I put up fucking that performance and they're like, well, Dallas sucks. And it's like, no, Dallas doesn't suck, just Ray sucks and fucking playing on stage in front of people like an idiot, So yeah, there's also that too where it's like I didn't lose for myself. It's like I lost for everyone. And that's hard to deal with. It's really hard to deal with. So
yeah. No.
Rough. And then like also what you mentioned earlier about like like don't talk to them for a bit, like that's kind of how I felt. Like as soon as I lost, I was like, all right, no one talked to me. And then I went to go to the bathroom, to just like let it all out. And Legalized Ranch, he's the homie, but he was like, good stuff, man. and in my head, I'm like, no, like embarrassing. But like I have to be polite and feel like, I tried, man. Fist bump, went to the bathroom. So, like, it's hard. It's hard. But also another thing that you said where like, or how I felt about like, as long as I played my best, then that's like what matters. I kind of felt that way in New York because the auto qual, like, I had a pretty close set with Daisuke. I didn't get mad about that match at all. Like, I feel like, okay, it was a good match. I wasn't good enough and I lost. I'll get him next time. I'm glad I put on a show for everyone. And then I was like, all right, losers, let's go. Like, yeah, so I guess I'm only saying that because, like, yeah, I wasn't super upset at Jazzy Finale last year because I lost. It was because I was nervous and I didn't feel like I played well. Whereas, like, compared to when I lost to Daisuke at the auto call, it was like, okay, like, I feel like I played fine, put on a good show. All right, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Moving on. So.
Yeah. I will say.
I just wanted to compare,
On the, since you guys both had that experience at Jazzy, you guys both made top 16 that year through points or whatever. I'm just gonna say that Ray chose to play Arlieth first round. So that's kind of on you, buddy. Like anyone who chooses to play Arlieth in tournament is just insane.
Like my whole thing was like, I don't want to play Cho. Like you could have me play Jesus Christ first round. I do not care. Like as long as I don't play my boys from Dallas, because that's like the last thing I want to do. So I try to position myself away from him, and I think. I don't know. I was just like, I would play Max all the time. I could beat Makoto. Like, it's no big deal, right? Like, it's the same thing. Same but different. And it was not same but different because I didn't think about how demoralizing Arlieth can be to you, right? Like, there's one point where he did low short Hayate, EX upper, I think, and called out my up kicks.
That's really funny.
And I was like, for one, no one like that's my shit, dude. Like. I don't see any Yuns doing that. Like no one's gonna waste meter to get out of that situation.
Next shoulder
And then,
Celtics.
yeah, and then he fucking, and I was just like, oh, like I think the second he did that, I was like, oh, I'm cooked. Like he knows all my tricks now. Like I'm done, dude. So, yeah, that was bad. And then me and Poe play so much, but I just like got up there and just froze. Like, I just remember like did like low forward roundhouse tatsu and it went over my head, and it was like one of those things where I'm just watching it go over my head. Like, you should probably do something about that. Like, you should punish or like, just stop this. But just like nope, he
Strong
just
up
lands.
kicks, right? Like,
Anything at all. Just don't
Yeah.
just stare at it. Like go over your head like a dummy. And then once I like kind of got into that mode, it's like I'm not even playing the game anymore. I'm just watching like this idiot lose pretty much. So yeah.
I mean, I picked Envy, right? Like Envy's really strong,
Mm.
and he was on fire that weekend. To be fair, he made it through
Yeah.
LCQ. Like that was kind of a dumb decision for me, right? Like I'm picking to go against a guy who's like on fire the whole weekend. Like,
Yeah. They
probably
had a
shouldn't
hell
have
of a
done
run.
that.
Yeah.
In a matchup where I personally don't feel that comfortable, also probably shouldn't have done that.
Mhm.
But now I know, and I'll be better prepared next time. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's always a fun little thing, like who are you gonna call out? I've thought about it a lot, and obviously I was like the first person I think to like make a big call out of like a big name when I challenged Issei, but also
Say,
yeah, give me Issei, but at the same time I kind of feel like that is the least pressure you can put on yourself, like
Exactly right.
yeah, like I
yeah.
wasn't. I was cool with losing, like I kind of joked around with a few people, like, oh, maybe I'll challenge Issei, and I kind of just went up there and decided right then to do it. But it's not like you call it someone who's like more close to it's like, oh, it's competitive. That's the pressure you're putting on yourself, right? Like you feel like, oh, I
Right,
can
yeah.
beat this guy, or I could, or should. Just choosing Issei.
Yeah,
is-
if I'm playing players that I think are like way better than me, that's usually when the shackles are off for me.
yeah,
'cause
there's no
it's like,
nerves, no nerves.
and it's like it's not that it's okay to lose, but it's like, yeah, like like I'm gonna play my hardest, and then like it may not be enough, but like yeah, I'm just gonna show what I can do, and if I lose, oh well. It's the ones where it's like if I lose, my friends are gonna make fun of me for the
Mhm.
next couple of months, and that's hard to deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I think it's a good strat. I mean, I've seen multiple people do it since then, right? Envy called out King. Rizal called out Yuki that year. Seen it several times, and I honestly think it's a great strategy because if you're comfortable, like, okay, if you think, yeah, I'm probably not supposed to win this tournament. I'm good. I'm not.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not supposed to win, and I don't mind if I get like 13th place. If I go 0-2, that's fine. Then yeah, get the nerves out by just like calling out someone you have nothing to lose against. Go play them. If you lose, it's cool. If it's close, that's fun. If you win, awesome. But no matter which of those, you just got to let that pressure off you.
Yeah.
It's certainly one strategy. I mean, obviously everyone's mentality is different, and so how they approach that picking process, it's a fun little mini game, for sure.
And also too, if any of you guys ever qualify for Jazzy, and you're supposed to wear glasses, because I couldn't see the fucking screen.
Oh.
So like I just know like I remember what spot Cho picked, and then I remember being like, okay, I can't pick anything on that other side. So when
So you
I
picked
got up
something-
there, all I could really make out was like, I think that's an A. So I think that's Let's play Arlieth. He's nowhere near Cho. But I couldn't even see the board. So
That's really funny.
yeah.
Yeah.
It
This
turns out having eyesight is very important.
Dude,
as it turns
I've
out.
got so many equipment failures like that. Like at fucking Evo, I should have wore the headphones to try to like block out everything because it was so jarring. But I didn't want to take off my stupid fucking hat. So yeah, if you ever get in that situation, take off the dumb hat and wear the glasses if you need to. So
Yeah.
A good rule of thumb: wear your glasses. Don't pick Arlieth if you have the opportunity.
No.
Even if you feel confident, it's just not that character and playstyle combination is just not something you should invite upon yourself if you don't have to. I'm just saying, do what you feel. But that's my 2 cents.
yeah, because Arlieth definitely doesn't care.
Yeah. You ever seen Arlieth like fucking bummed after a tournament, like, oh god, I blew it? See, like, no, he's just gonna do what he's
No,
gonna
he'll
do.
pick SA3, and then it's like even worse, right? Like
He's just having a
like,
good
oh,
time.
okay, it's like, oh, he's betting his entire tournament run on SA3. Like, okay, all right, well, I'm fucked. So
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, shouts to Tom, dude.
That's the Makoto way, dude. You gotta gamble. a little
Yeah,
bit,
true
you know?
Makoto brain, absolutely.
Yeah. But to your credit, Lance, that strat about picking someone who, in your mind, it's like there's something to lose. You almost beat EC that year.
Yeah, and it would have been fine
Saying,
if
to your credit, so
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
that almost happened.
One of those almost. A lot of almost in our game, I thought about that a lot. There's a lot of like, dang, what if this one thing had gone differently?
Yeah.
That's what's fun. Okay.
What if said third strike?
We wouldn't have got what Yi and Issei that year, so you would have ruined everything, Lance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I was talking about that. Like, what if I had beat Issei in that turn? And it was like it wasn't final round, so like we can't say it went final game, final round. But like I missed a key punish that would have won the round. Anyway, what if I had won that, and then like grand finals as me versus Genie just destroys me, and it
He's
doesn't
popping off the crowd.
and it doesn't go down as one of the greatest third strike matches of all time. It's just Yi shitting on me. Like that'd be a very different.
Maybe it would have been like the
Legacy.
greatest, one of the greatest in terms of like, dang, look how badly you beat someone in grand. Maybe
Dang,
in that way,
this
but-
guy's so good. Yeah. I mean, that moment had to happen exactly like it did. I think, like because he's talked about like,
So
oh yeah,
tripping.
when Ryan lost, that's when I knew like, okay, I had a really good chance to win the tournament, and and Issei like took some lumps the whole way, right? Like I like gave him a scare. I think like Neiman gave him a scare as well, and then finally Yi beats him. It's all I mean, that's to me that's like a really great top 16. It was just like one of those huge moments, and I look back on it still. I'm like, okay, that was one of the best grand finals, ever. So I'm blurry again. Okay, cool. Switching gears a little bit. What are your top 3 favorite movies?
Next question.
Have you seen 3 movies in your life?
Okay, I mean, listen, to the chat who's not on the know, I am very illiterate when it comes to media. So like movies, what the fuck's a movie? Never seen one in my life. Yeah, not The Matrix, clearly. Although it probably would be like, according to the hype, right? It probably would be up there. I don't watch movies, so I don't know how to answer that.
Have you seen 3 movies? Give me a list of movies you've seen.
I mean,
They can't
what
be
are these?
anime.
They can't. Ooh, that
I
narrows
can't.
it
Yeah,
down.
no anime, dude.
Um,
I don't want
can
to
they
hear
be-
about like Schoolgirl Diaries Part 17 or whatever the fuck.
But she's
you
like
guys are
1,000
watching,
years
dude.
old.
She's a
They-
1,000-year-old dragon
Can they be
with fucking double D's.
This fucking guy. Can they be animated like Disney or something? Or-
Mm,
Sure.
that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, just not Asian.
No, I mean like
Um,
Ghibli films are fine,
Ghibli films are fine. I don't like
Yeah.
Ghibli, to be honest.
Jesus fucking Christ! Oh my god, dude.
The only Ghibli movie I like is what is it, Princess Mononoke? That one's
Princess
pretty badass.
Mononoke is sick. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
that one's badass. I don't know. I've seen like Disney movies. I've seen like Pixar, like Harry Potter, like all the movies you watch as a kid, But in terms of like classics, like I haven't watched. So
Great.
Still
Okay.
haven't named one movie yet.
Yeah, I know,
Not
right?
a single one.
He's
right?
trying to
Like,
dance around. He just hasn't seen a movie. Can it
yeah,
be
there's
Disney
that
movies?
one.
Oh, great. Well, I haven't seen any
Yeah.
of those either.
Yeah, they're drawn. They move around on the screen.
I could probably name
you know?
like my top 3 anime or top 5 animated, but
Give me your
not
top
mo-
3
not movies.
animes then, for fuck's sake. Okay, what are your top 3 favorite
okay,
animes?
So, Naruto because it's a childhood classic. Love Naruto.
That's not a movie, but that's
Uh,
fine. Go ahead.
Okay. Origairu and Nagino Asakari. You guys probably don't know what it is, but
I don't know what those last two are.
That was
no.
a really great
Yeah,
answer.
exactly.
Naruto's got like 1,700 episodes, and you can't watch fucking Training Day. Killing me with this, dude.
no. Oh, well, as a
Alright.
kid, I had a lot of free time.
So Sunday at the Third Strike Open will just be movie time with Cho, dude. We're just gonna sit down, make some popcorn. Everyone's just gonna show Cho their
Have notes.
favorite movie.
Kaz knows, yeah. I'm a
Rom-coms.
big like romance drama kind of guy in terms of anime.
He's
so.
the rom-com guy, dude.
Yeah.
10 things I hate
Not
about you or
shoujo's,
some
not
shit.
Shoujo's, Corey. I don't like shoujos, but yeah. So Kaz knows.
Nice. Okay.
Here's an impromptu question for you.
Mhm.
You lived in Houston for a short period of time, well, a little bit of time, and you played Third Strike in both scenes, right?
Yeah.
What's the difference between Houston and Dallas when it comes to Third Strike?
Ooh, okay. How do I word this in the nicest way possible?
Oh, is this gonna be controversial?
I mean, no, not really. I feel like we have a lot more opportunities than they do
Sure.
because we have a lot of venues here,
Mm.
like arcade, arcade, even free play if we go. Whereas those guys, they only have Game of Dreams, and that's like north Houston. That's basically South Dallas. I mean, that's the joke in the Houston chat. It's like, hey,
Okay.
you want to go to South Dallas
I
to play a
see.
Game of Dreams? Yeah, like they and like Justin Ch0sen, shout outs to him. He's a homie. He has to drive like an hour and 30 minutes if he wants to play like that. We don't have to do that here, right?
Yeah.
So, um, I just think they have less opportunities than us. I mean, what else would you want me to compare?
I don't know, like how active are the scene, skill level?
Um,
Um,
I think recently Houston's been pretty active. I feel like when I first moved back to Houston or whatever, it's like, um, they weren't as active, and you know they have lives, right? Like Jesse has a job,
um
Caesar has a family.
he's a papa.
Yeah, Papa Caesar. Um, like you know, all these guys have jobs, you know, so yeah, I get it. It's not in the tables for everyone, right? But um, this is just me. But personally, when I feel like I moved back, like it wasn't that active. Like they weren't meeting up. I know Jace kind of like agrees with me on this. Where like when I moved back, I was pretty active in terms of pushing. Like, hey, you guys want to meet up? Like, you guys want to meet up this week? Like, what day? When are you guys free this week? Like Saturday, Friday? Like I just go where the games go. You know, that's really all it is. But now, like I think like Jordan, obviously Jace is doing work at Post Oak there. Keon, JT, like Mark, Justin, all those guys. I feel like they've been pretty active in terms of like, hey, when you guys want to meet up. So that's good. That's good. We love to see Third Strike being played, right? So
Shout out to my Houston boys.
yeah, Houston, y'all are homies. I love y'all for real.
Okay. Something I wanted to ask, and it might be kind of segueing off of that. So, like, obviously, when you first joined the scene, you know, you were just kind of participating in what we had already built. And you know, it was at the time it was kind of very centered on free play, and you know, I was running first to five night there, and we had a couple other things going on. But in the last couple of years, the DFW Third Strikes. I mean, you moved back to Houston for a while, so you were kind of taking a role in there, and back in the Dallas scene, it is kind of decentralized a lot. So we've got Raycade and Arcade. Sometimes some people play at Free Play Richardson as well. It's a very decentralized thing. Now, of all the people in our local scene, you seem the most about it, like you're there for everything all the time. Also, I feel like you very much shifted into a mentor role within our community. So what's that been like? How did that happen? Just gotta walk us through it.
Um, let's see. Well, I don't want to take first off. I don't want to take all the credit for like Houston, right? Like
Sure.
Jesse especially has been helping them out a lot. Like Caesar too, obviously.
Mhm.
I what I meant earlier was like, oh, I just like I asked when we can meet up, and that I guess caused a lot of like action to happen.
Okay.
But in regards to like your actual question there, I think like I always say like I just go where the games go. Like um I I just want to play. Like I just want to play. I'm about it. Like I don't care how far I have to drive as long as it's reasonable. Um I just go where the games go. I don't care who's there. You can be complete dog shit or you can be the best player in the world. I don't care. I'll go, and if I can play and watch and hang out, then I'll go. And in terms of like mentoring, I mean, I don't want to say like I mentor too many people. Like I think Ch0sen might be one that comes to mind only because like I was helping him out a little bit when he first started playing. I guess right now the big one that like the one person that I feel like I've been mentoring the most recently. Mentoring as in like giving them advice and like providing them with footage. I'm not like that good to be like, hey, I know every scenario. Like you should do this here. But like in terms of like giving them like, oh, I'll give you footage, or like I'll try this out in training mode for you. Is Drew Shoes. He needs to stop fucking playing Street Fighter 6, 7, whatever the fuck, and
100%,
play Third
yes.
Strike.
Yeah.
Cause yeah, like he's been about it recently. He's been training moding a lot. Like yeah, that for right now, I feel like that's like the one person that I've been like helping the most for
Yeah.
sure. I know like some of the Dragon Ball players want to like try to get into it. Like Argo, shouts to Argo. Like past my head time, great handle by the way. But yeah, past my head time. Um, like those guys, I know they like want to dabble with it. Buttergod as well. Um, but I feel like a lot of it is like I'm gonna piggyback off of like what Lance has said. Like, if you can like show that you're about it and like you do your own homework, then I can like help you out a little bit more after that. Right. So and then Drew, he already has like a good fundamental base and like a solid understanding of basic fighting game fundamentals, right? Like, oh, block here. It's probably the safest thing to do. Like look for this here, like blah blah blah. And then after that, it's like, okay, I'll send you some matches. I'll like help you training mode things and then just go from there. So but yeah, the big thing is like I go where the games go. Like I'm just chasing the games, and wherever there's games, I'll be. I don't work too often. Like I have free time, so I go where the games go, basically. So.
Yeah, and I think mentoring and cultivating a scene, like, you don't necessarily have to sit down with someone and like try to coach them to the game and
Yeah.
talk about their matches and things like that. Sometimes just creating an environment that people want to come out to and play consistently will push them over the edge to take the next step to, hey, let's do a VOD review. Let's take a look at this,
Mm-hmm.
or let's break down the situation. Because, I mean, I know when I was coming up, and even a lot of you guys too, like, Alex can't tell you a single fucking thing
Oh
about
yeah,
this
no.
game. Like, he
Yeah.
cannot help you in any way, shape, or form, but he's gonna be there every night you want to show up and get games against, right? And sometimes that's really important too. It's just having someone who's playing consistently and like pushing towards people. Like, all right, boys, it's Wednesday night. What are we doing? Where are we playing at? What's the strat here? You know? So, I think that's important too. So when it comes to like other people listening to this, it's talking about building a scene. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be a fucking nerd grind frame data session.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
like creating an environment that people want to come out to play, and then take the next step from there. So.
Mm-hmm. And then yeah, like how I mentioned how everyone was so friendly when I first started. Like that's kind of what I want to do, right? Like encourage other people to like play more. And sometimes I'm salty. I might not show that quality all the time,
You
but
do.
this guy,
Fucking cat beater over here, dude. Oh my
but
god.
it's like spreading positivity goes a long way. Yeah,
Mm.
and mostly enthusiasm about the game. I think that's the main part.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, if multiple people in a scene have like all have enthusiasm, then that's how it grows, right? So that's kind of what I learned when I first started playing here. It's like, oh, okay, like these people are about it, these people are supportive. I'll try my best to do that to other people in my own way, right? So that's how that is. I go where the games go. I've said it like 10 times, but yeah, that's just how it is. So.
Yeah. I think that's been a very, I think something that Dallas has been very successful at collectively as a scene. It's just building that kind of environment where people want to come out. And that really goes back to it being decentralized. And I feel like, I've talked about this before, but Dallas has like 5 or 6 community leaders in different ways. Like people who are there often, right? Like Ray, obviously huge. Cedric, obviously huge. They supply so much and they do so many
Alex
things.
in some ways, right?
Yeah. Alex to me is another one. Like very similar to you. Like he will just be at everything. Like there are many players who started in Dallas whose their story is like, yeah, like I would just come out to free play and Dallas would be there every day playing me for hours, just playing me, right? And my focus has always been, and this just goes back probably to how I have approached the game from the beginning, has been like I want to help people improve. So I'm going to kind of identify some of our better players who are kind of making the effort, and then I'll play them a lot, and I'll give them advice, and we'll get them to the next level or whatever.
Mhm.
And you kind of need all of that, I think, right? And so it's become a very decentralized thing where everyone's kind of played a part. It's very collective, basically a socialist scene. So
I wouldn't
I
word
ain't
it
no
like
fucking
that, but-
socialist, boy. Not we saying that shit around here, boy.
I wouldn't word it like that, but yeah, I get what you're saying. I mean, me personally, I don't have the game knowledge of Yuki. I don't have like the knowledge of like decision making like you, Lance.
tell me more.
Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean. Anyways, yeah, like in terms of being good at the game, like maybe I'm not there 100%, but in terms of playing, in terms of like being about it, yeah, of course I'll be there. And in some ways, I'll go off like the Dan philosophy, right? Of like, okay, helping people get better at the game and helping like maybe teaching one or two things, about the game to other people. That's also gonna help me in some ways, right? So, um, I've kind of been treating it like that, but yeah, just
Yeah, even if you're like a person, there's people who play for so many reasons, and uh, like there are people who are really just in it to improve, and I want to be the best, I want to win, and so that's their approach.
Mhm.
Even for them, investing in your local scene and new players eventually often pays dividends. Like not every person works out, you might identify 8 people. You're like, okay, I'm going to play them all a lot. I'm going to help them. They're coming out. Cool. And, maybe some of them will drift away. That's just kind of how it goes.
yeah.
But, only, when did I come to Dallas? Like, I guess like 4 years ago at this point. And already people who were, they're very new when I came. And I was investing in them back then are already very good, right? So I've lost to Sunny in multiple monthly tournament sets, and when I first started, he was very new, right? He was so bad. Just another Smash player who wants to switch video games. But I'll take this back to like, okay, so if you do want to get better, the best way to do that is to build up your local scene, or it doesn't even have to be your local scene. Even if you're you don't have a local scene, it can be social groups, right? We've seen that multiple times. Like there are Discord groups for Third Strike all over.
Yeah.
There's like YGA. There's Wi-Fi Kai.
Mhm.
There's a bunch, and basically it's these group of people who are all going to talk about the game, become friends, and help each other get better. And that investment always pays out, whether you're about community building, whether you're about your own improvement. It always pays out, so it's always worth it.
I 100% agree.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I really need to pee. I'll be right back. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Okay. Ray, let's talk trash
many
about
beers.
show.
Too many
Show while
beers.
he's gone.
That sucks, dude.
Yeah, it's very bad. I'm being nice to him on this podcast, but he's so bad. Just kidding. I'm gonna ask him about basketball when he gets back. You got any other questions for him?
I think that's about it. I think
Yeah,
we
we're
got
kind
through
of.
our rapid fire at that point. We're kind of winding down here.
Yeah, I think
We're
so.
about 4 beers in. Maybe have a fifth one before the end of the night. Shout out to Jace for door dashing me these beers.
I thought he was
That's
joking. I didn't know he really
number
DoorDashed
one
you
in-
beers.
Yeah, I seen a screenshot on my phone. I was like, what the fuck? Why is he sending me his DoorDash order, dude? Then he's like, it'll be there in like 10. I was like, oh shit. Okay.
That's really funny.
We're never gonna get through one of these podcasts without me getting drunk. So
It's okay.
I do the best I can, boys.
We haven't talked about that. The impact of alcohol consumption on the Dallas Third Strike scene.
Yeah, it's getting tougher and tougher. I'm doing more of these Third Strike weekends, and I feel like they're just 3-day long benders at this point, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, I think I played Resolve sober one time this weekend, so that was good.
Yeah.
He still beat me up really bad, but, yeah, my liver can't take it much more. I have to retire from alcohol or Third Strike. I'm not sure which one yet, so.
Getting older, liver doesn't not quite resilient.
This is true.
Yep.
Yeah, Topo Chico. So, announcement, Third Strike Open announcement. What do you guys think while we wait on Joe to get back here?
I can play
I'm
the
proud
trailer
of it.
again.
I mean,
I'll wait for him to come back.
can't wait for him to come back and then play the trailer. Shut up, run on the trailer.
Don't talk. Let's post. We can post the link in the chat again though, in case anyone hasn't seen it yet. Yeah, I'll play it. I'll play it real quick. Why not? I'll do it.
Do it.
Yeah. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Too many beers. I think I spilled some.
Yeah, all good. We're watching the trailer again. Yep. Yeah, you're all good. Now they can hear us over the trailer.
Oh my god.
What's next? What's next? A little content, but doesn't do it in tiny beats.
Select and make the first pick. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Ch0sen pick the best one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Select and make the first pick. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Ch0sen pick the best one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yo, one box could leave you messed up and fractured. Block these uppercuts, they may leave you captured. Made the best fight to win and win again. Battle to the top until his life ends. But if his life ends and he starts to decay, made one of his street soldiers a bench thing.
See you talking to the game, couldn't be.
Now, find a new rival.
Check it out. Third strike, yo. Yo, check it out. Third strike, yo. Yo, check it out.
Okay. Boom. That was a trailer again. So, yeah. I hope to see everyone there. Speaking of 3SO, how are you? Do you have any plans? So we're still months away, of course. It's October. You have any plans on how you're going to prepare for 3SO? Do you feel passionate about performing well, something like that?
Let's talk about the auto qual first. Let's go to the auto qual first. Since that's
Oh, yeah, I forgot that.
yeah, auto qual's less than a month away, I think. So
I liked having Resolve here because him beating our asses was very motivating. So I got a lot of things to work on. That's for sure. So that just that in of itself, obviously an amazing person. Like I would hang on Resolve anytime he's here. But in terms of the game, yeah, very very motivating. In terms of like, yeah, I want to get better and not, lose that badly next time. So that kind of translates to how I want to approach the auto qual and 3SO. It's like, yeah, I'm motivated. Let's go. So I'll always play the game, but in terms of like actually trying to step it up a notch, yeah, that helped a lot. So shout out to Resolve.
Okay. Cool. Tell me about your favorite.
Qual,
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. The auto qual is at Arcade. I think it's the weekend of the 19th. For you Texas guys, make sure you come up, get some games. I know some of the Chicago boys are coming down. They're staying with me for the weekend. I'll have the cabs at the house too. If you guys are here early, let me know. You want to roll through Dallas and get some games. Then more than happy to host anybody who makes the trip out here to the auto qual. So
Cool. There's a auto qual coming up, right? Chicago. Is that
yeah,
this
Chicago
weekend?
next weekend
I think
too.
it's-
So
Is it this week?
Oh, I don't know.
Might be.
oh
this
shit, it may be. Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
26th. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So good luck to everyone playing in that.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck to our boy Max. Hopefully he does
Yep.
well. Okay. Tell me about your favorite basketball team, Cho.
Oh my god. I knew it was gonna come to this, dude. Even before it started, it was. Excuse me. Sorry, you already talked about this. Oh my
Uh-huh.
gosh.
How
Being a
many
Portland
beers have
fan-
you had, boy?
Too many. I'm on my fifth.
Okay,
My fifth
okay.
out of six. So yeah.
Not bad, not bad.
But listen, being a
You're-
Portland fan's rough.
Oh, so
Especially
you're
now.
a Portland fan? Portland Trailblazers?
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I got very inspired by the 2014 Dame series winning buzzer beater. I'm still a Houston fan too. Like I love the Rockets as well, but Portland stole my heart that night. So yeah, as a kid when I was 13.
You got to respect someone who's a fan of such a consistently mediocre team that never won anything, I respect it. Okay.
Listen, it's been rough. It's been rough.
All right, Ray, you want to hit our rapid fire questions and we'll call it a night? Oh, chat.
Yeah.
Also, if you have any questions for Cho, put them in the chat now. Hopefully, yeah, we'll definitely follow up on them.
Okay. Ask this one all the time of our guests here. Five favorite video games of all time, and it can't be Third Strike. Don't put Third Strike in there.
Can't be Third Strike. Okay.
I'm interested in what weeb shit Joe comes up with
All
right
right.
now, dude.
It's not that bad. Okay.
Nino Kuni, whatever.
Listen. Okay. So This is in no particular order, but SM64 comes to mind because Super Mario 64. I speedran it for a little bit. Again, I wasn't that good. I think Kaz is in the chat, right? Like I know Kaz tried running it, and I think he's a lot better than I am. But yeah, Super Mario 64, just because I love the movement and all the speedrunning shit that comes with that game. Fire Emblem comes to mind. If I were to pick one, it's 15, but 5 is close because, yeah, Fire Emblem is sick. And Lance, I know what you're gonna say. Play FF Tactics.
You said 15? You said 5 or 15? How many of these games are there?
Yeah, there's currently 17.
That's insane.
What the fuck is that, bro? How do you even do that, dude? It's like, oh, my favorite's 12. No, dude, 15's the best one. It's like, shut up, you nerds. Oh my
The
god.
title name is Fire Emblem Echoes Shadows of Valentia, but
Of course it is. Of course it
Yeah,
is.
that sounds like the kind of game that
Yeah,
Cho would like.
that sounds like a fucking anime game name, yeah.
yeah.
Echoes of Fantasia, Deep Heart, Route 94.
Harmony of Resonance. Is that a game?
Okay, so far we have
Fire
Super Mario
Emblem.
64 because of the speedrunning. Fire Emblem 15. I'm a Nintendo fanboy, so all of these are gonna be Nintendo. Star Fox 64 comes to mind. I really like that
Hell
game.
yeah, I like that one. That's a good call.
That game's sick. I play gotchas. My favorite one's probably Grand Blue Fantasy. Not the fighting game. That shit sucks. But the gotcha game, Grand Blue Fantasy. And then we gotta go with after that. I wanna say Pokemon, specifically Mystery Dungeon 2. Yeah.
Never.
What
Yeah.
the fuck is a Mystery Dungeon 2, dude?
No, nobody knows.
It's not a mainline game, but I think I think Mystery Dungeon 2 is the best Pokemon game, and it's not even a main game; it's a spinoff. So
There's red, blue, and yellow.
Those are the
That's it.
No, there's gold and
That's all
silver.
there is.
Well, there's gold and silver, but that's
There's
it.
not gold and silver, all right?
there's Crystal. Ray, have you heard of Crystal?
No, there's not crystal, bro. It
Oh, how
ended-
about Ruby? How about Ruby?
No, you guys are just making up fucking shapes and colors to just slap on these Pokemon
Black and
games.
white. Black and white.
No, there's not. Red, blue, yellow. That's
The,
it.
the series ended after Ruby and Sapphire, but that's fine.
Crystal's goated, by the way. Ray, you should play Crystal.
No, there's
yeah.
151 and a half Pokemon, dude.
Who's the half?
Hold-
Please enlighten the chat.
Peekaboo, dude.
Peekaboo.
Pokemon the fucking movie, dude. There's a blue Pikachu. Peekaboo. Don't really know the name. You don't know if it's real or not. 151 and a half, man. That's it.
Yeah, you gotta understand in that period of the internet, and you were like 12 or 13, the people just would just make up Pokemon and tell you ways how to get it and be like, oh yeah, you
And you
have
would
to
believe it
you would
because you're an
believe it.
idiot.
Yeah, and there would be specific instructions like, yeah, you gotta go to the car 3 times, like the truck next to the ship. You gotta go there 3 times. Then you gotta walk into Mount Moon and do all this crazy, and then you'll find Peekaboo. And you would, you try it, it wouldn't work, and you wonder if you did it wrong.
There's a
Yeah, that was the thing too. It was never like, man, they're lying to me. It's like, oh, I obviously did this wrong.
Yeah, and so every website would have their own version of the instructions. That you would try to follow, try to find the right instructions to get Peekaboo and Mew.
there's a Mew under the truck, right?
There is, yeah. That's
Mhm.
the easy one. That's
okay.
the yeah.
Yep.
Gotcha. Actually, my first Pokemon game was Pokemon Blue. So despite being born after 2000, that was my first Pokemon game. So you got to give me some credit, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
What's
You
the
lost
best?
all credibility with Fire Emblem 94 or whatever the fuck you're talking about.
What's the
I
coolest
love Fire
starter?
Emblem, dude. I love Fire Emblem.
What's the coolest
Stupid.
Pokemon starter?
What's the what out of
Like all of them.
all of them?
Yeah, try to say one I've heard of, because if you say
Yeah,
something
no,
from
right.
like Generation 19, I won't know what you're talking about.
I'm a Bulbasaur guy.
Okay, that's wrong answer.
But
Man, okay. At least it's from the 151. We'll take that. That's fine.
okay, all right. I'm a
Yeah.
Bulbasaur guy, but I typically like the grass starters, except Chikorita. Chikorita's like what the
Very
fuck is
lame,
that?
right?
But yeah, super lame. But Bulbasaur comes to mind for sure. Yeah.
It's the answer is Squirtle, by the way. in case
Yeah,
you're-
Squirtle, yep.
No, it's
Big
not.
Man Blastoise, dude. That's the fucking in game right there.
That's the best one. Yeah.
No, it's not.
All right. What is your dream cooperation cup team? This could be either what you think the best 5 Americans we could possibly send. It could be you and your favorite 5 people you want to play with. It's whatever you want to. However you want to answer this question.
Okay. I guess I'll do both, right? Like that's what people have been doing
Sure.
on here. So best 5 Americans. Again, like this team would never happen for a lot of different reasons, but it would be cool to see, the Avengers come together, right? Yuki, obviously. Nika KO.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna put Ryan. Does Ryan count? Is Ryan
He's
American?
still American. Absolutely.
He's still American, yeah.
He lives in Japan now, right? But does he count?
He counts.
He counts.
Okay,
Yep.
so Ryan, Frankie, and Yi.
Okay.
I think that's the 5.
Two
And then
Pens, One
for-
Chun, Yun, Yang. Okay.
and then for character diversity, swap either Yi or Frankie with Kang. For character diversity.
Sure.
You gotta pick one to get off the team, bro. You can't just do that
I
diplomatic
can't
bullshit.
do that, dude. That's like
Oh
picking
man,
between-
maybe they'll talk about it. Figure out which one doesn't want to be on the team. No, you gotta
That's
pick,
like-
dude.
Dude, that's like picking between 2 favorite children. I can't do that.
That's what I'm saying,
Wow.
Caesar. Make them fight it out. That was my answer. I think this is the same team that I said last time, and I said make Frankie and Yi play first to one to decide who's going to be on the team. Like we
First
Who's
to
gonna
one.
be the Ken?
yeah, who's going to be the Ken?
Yeah.
Because there's
Yeah,
only needs to be one Ken.
Yeah. But,
Yeah, that's right.
those would be my 5.
And who's your
Or-
squad? So you gotta assemble.
My squad,
uh,
the DFW homies. So we're gonna have me, Ray Stevens,
Mm,
oh
obviously,
shit!
the homie.
Oh, we lost.
You're already done.
You have lost
no,
some pot.
You're OP. You're OP in best of 1, dude.
Dude, that's my
Um,
format.
So yeah, if I'm teaming with my boys, so me, Ray Stevens, Alan, love Alan, he's my boy. What am I going with after that? Sunny, of course.
Well,
can't
yeah.
forget Sunny. And then,
The spot. Who gets it?
yeah, I don't know. There's like 5 different people I'm thinking of. Let's go with Max.
Mm,
Come.
It could be like Max, Ch0sen, Alex. It could be literally anyone, but
It could be literally anyone.
yeah.
Anyone.
that seems to be the trend, right? Like, oh, who's the
That
first
could be
person
anyone.
for-
Anyone.
For
Maybe
both
even
teams,
someone
right?
on this call. I don't know.
Nah. thing is, I'm thinking realistically, right? Lance would probably be like, "Oh, I'm teaming with Kang."
Yeah, this is true. Yeah.
I'm teaming.
That is true. I've never
you know,
teamed with you people, except the year that Yuki wanted to do a Dallas team. I was like, all right, me and Yuki, and Niabon, and then it was like Ray and Sunny.
Yep.
No shade to Lance.
Dallas
you know.
resident Neobon.
Lance, amazing teacher, amazing player, but
Amazing and
uh,
handsome.
no, I'm being realistic here. All right, Lance won't team with us. So probably, if he goes with us, he'll probably team with
If we go to co-op, I'll team with you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that next year. Yeah.
Well, otherwise, like I think the idea of like playing it out to see who makes the Dallas team, I think that's sick.
I really like that. Yeah, I thought that too. Like if honestly, like if I were to say like, oh, let's make the ultimate Dallas team, and we have to take like that's the team. Like it's not to say like all the good players go next year for Dallas. How do we decide who's on the A team? How do we decide who's on the B team? My rule is it's me and Yuki, and the rest of you guys can fucking play for it. Like
Yeah, I agree.
yeah, you're all gonna
It's like you, Yuki, and then like obviously those are the 2 auto slots, and everyone else like to y'all, right? We're all just like Y'all play for it.
I mean, one thing that I thought was 'cause we were, we did play 3 monthlies this last weekend, and
Yeah.
I just kind of just moving people around each time on the seating just to make sure Resolve got to play everyone in tournament while he was here. But yeah, you guys are also like close in skill level. Like obviously, there's some people kind of stand out in certain ways, or they go through time periods where they're beating everyone. Like Sunny's been kind of like the guy in the last couple months. He's kind of like tending to beat everyone. You won Texas Showdown. There's people who stand out in different ways, but it really is like a collection of like 6 or 7 guys who are just like kind of battling it out. So
Yeah, I mean, Ray and I were talking about it. Like, I projected my thoughts to him in terms of like, oh, there's kind of like a triangle format going on, right? Where like, Ray beat Sunny, Sunny beat me, and I beat Ray. It's like a little fire, water,
Yep.
grass Pokemon shit. So
Um,
yeah, in that way I could see like, oh, like yeah, we're all pretty even. So
yeah, makes sense to me. Okay, you're gonna play. You're gonna pay. You're gonna let aliens come down, and they were gonna play one game at Third Strike. And if they win, everyone on Earth dies, including you. And you are in charge of picking the one American player who's gonna play for your life and the life of all of humanity. Who's playing that first to one?
who's playing that first one? I gotta go with DFW Yuki, dude. He's gonna
Okay.
pull up. He's gonna pull out some fucking trick out of the hat, and then the aliens just—they've never seen it before.
this
You know?
is true.
And
They've
then,
never seen
yeah,
that tech. And then
they're
Yuki
gonna
will
be
beat
like,
him and ask him, "You haven't seen this before?" Like,
yeah.
So,
That shit's gonna happen, and then it's the day is saved. So yeah, I gotta go with DFW on that one for sure.
Okay. Question from the chat: what character do you think is the most brain dead in Third Strike?
Caesar asked this, right?
Yep.
Most brain dead. That's kind of hard. Like to a certain extent, I don't think any character is brain dead, but the most brain dead.
one came to mind like immediately the second I read this question. I don't know why.
Let's hear Cho's answer first. I want to hear Ray's answer.
Yeah. I kind of want to hear Ray's answer. I don't know. That's hard. I want to say Dudley.
Thank you. That should have been. I don't know why you took a
That's
minute and a half
fun.
to respond, Dudley. Like
Jordan said that in the chat too. I didn't even see that. I didn't. I didn't
the
see
second
Jordan
I
say that.
read Brain Dead, I was like, oh, you're talking about Dudley, right? We're just talking
I
about
think
Dudley right now.
Because like at some point he's just gonna jump and he's just gonna get a fucking stupid ass parry and then he takes half your life into set play and to take another half your life. I think that's dumb. I'm trying to keep him out and then he's just guessing every time he fucking holds W and I'm like, all right, cool. I guess I'll just die. So yeah, probably Dudley. Yeah, I think I get the most triggered when playing that character, especially against as like if I play Makoto versus Dudley and they just like buffered EX machine gun blow after all the shit. It's like, oh my god, I hate this.
Have fun playing Yamoto.
Well, at that point, it's different. I feel like, but we'll see. We'll see.
No,
Yuki asked Ray, how did you feel about playing the
Yeah, for
Japanese
Ray.
Dudleys?
so I only got to play 2 Dudleys. I got to play Yamoto, and I got absolutely dumpstered. Was not fun. Just destroyed me. There was one game, I think the third game I played him, maybe it was the second, but like he had fully torqued, knocked me down, dart shot, cork, dark shot, cork, and then I'm like, there's 0 shot. He goes dart shot again, cork, and then I did down parry, and then he fucking dark shot, cork, and just killed me just all my entire life. And I was like, oh, my apologies. And then I played I think his name was like Yohei or some shit like that.
Yohei.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but Ryan was just like he's wild, bro. He's wild. And then I got a little taste of home when I got to play him. Like there was some
playing
stuff I did.
Alex.
There's a little stuff I was like, oh yeah, I'm familiar with this game. I played some B rank fight cades before. I'm just joking, but that's kind of the style it was. Like he was just fucking go for it and didn't care about what I was doing or where I was at on the screen or how much meter I had. So, but yeah, Yamoto was like, okay, this is scary. Good luck. So.
Diver said low parry gun Yamoto. I'm glad he said that.
Um,
I'm glad I said that. You can't call it the Ch0sen anymore. It's the Yamato now. Wake up, Connie. That's crazy.
I don't
they don't care.
want to be a Dudley apologist here.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I will say, playing Dudley against cheap players is, overcoming the neutral can be a little challenging, right? You end up taking a lot of
True,
damage
yeah.
before that knockdown. Give him a little credit.
We're
course,
talking the very overall consistent typical breed of Dudleys where they just fucking hold W and it's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's
you're
one of
really
those
good at the
chicken.
game.
It's one of them chicken or the egg scenarios. Like, does Dudley that, or does like everyone who's attracted to Dudley just want to play that way? Like, who knows?
I feel like I think Dudley's like the only character who can play that way almost. Like, right? Just like
The reward's so
fuck it.
big.
Yeah, just go for it constantly. Like, who cares? Like guest parry, whatever. You're like, I don't know. I mean, maybe there's some other characters like that, but yeah, Dudley tilts me the worst with it. It's just like, what are you doing, bro? Chill out. Like, stop. Let's play an honest game here.
Yep.
The reward is just too big.
Um,
You get your open up and you win essentially. So
And for me, it
To be
depends
fair,
on the
though-
matchup. Oh, go ahead.
I'll pick Dudley though, and I'm just like, I don't understand how to play this character. You don't have a low. Like, what am I doing here? Like, I
Mhm.
don't understand how I touch the other person other than jump. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a hater.
Well, for me, it depends on the matchup. Like when I'm playing Chun and Yun versus Dudley, I'm like, this is fine. This is pleasant. He's gonna expend so much energy trying to hit me. Cool. That's very hard. When I play Yang versus Dudley, I'm like, this is so stupid. Like I have been locking this guy down in the corner for 10 seconds, but I finally did a walk up throw. He decided to neutral jump, come down with a roundhouse, and now half my life is gone. He got corner carry. This is the dumbest shit ever. So I would probably feel more hateful towards Dudley, depending on if I played. But you guys play Yun, so whatever. Yun versus Dudley is easy.
Oh my God! Shut up.
here we go again, dude.
Yeah, Lance complaining.
Lance, what would be your answer? Short answer. What would
Who's
be
most
yours?
brain dead? Oh,
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting to have to answer this question. Let me think.
Well, both of us answered it, so now you have to.
Probably off the top of my head, Denjin Ryu. I think that's the least.
Oh no, Bubs, you hear this,
Oh.
dude?
I'm just saying.
Oh no,
Corey, you
Corey's
hear
gonna.
this,
Next
dude?
time Corey plays, he's coming with a vengeance, dude. He's
I know,
like,
right?
I'll show you, motherfucking brain. Oh,
I
shit,
think
okay. He said I don't mind.
in terms of like their parry ability needs to be very advanced, and I think I made that comment was that Bubbles and Juan both have very advanced parry ability, in my opinion. Nevertheless, when I think of like what's the least effort to kind of steal a game, I think Denjin Ryu just off the top of my head.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right.
The way I
Well,
play
that's
Yang's
pretty
pretty
good.
brain dead as well, so I'll put my own Yang in there. It's very low effort. Yeah. Anyway.
All right. Closing thoughts, Joe. Anything you want to say before we wrap this thing up?
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Be sure to go to 3SO. Y'all motherfuckers better go. It's gonna be good.
Yeah. That's another thing is we have definitely announced Yamato, but there is one more player to be announced.
Yeah, one more player. Trying to finalize
I
some
totally
things.
don't know who it is. It's a mystery.
Shut up. You know who it is. Anyway, but yeah, one more player. Just waiting on them to lock in their work schedule. Once everything kind of gets settled, we'll make that announcement. But hopefully if they come, it's a big one. I think you guys are gonna like it, and it's gonna make you guys want to come out and play. So yeah, just stay tuned. Watch the Twitter. We'll give you guys updates as we go along, and yeah, come to 3SO, go to Jazzy, play Third Strike. Yeah. Anything else you guys got?
We'll see Resolve in 6 months. He will be at
Yep.
3S Open. We're going to do
Yep.
everything in our power to defend our home turf next time. I feel like this is the first embarrassment Dallas has suffered on home soil. Can you think of a worse one? Like Neiman
I mean, I
Kane,
wouldn't even say it's an embarrassment. I knew Resolve was this good.
we knew he was great,
Yeah.
but he shit all over
Yeah.
us. So you can't let
I
that
mean,
shit go.
I'll do my
I'm
best.
treating it like a learning experience. For like, okay, I've never played against this Tyrian before, so I'm gonna see what I can do after that. So
Ooh,
Alright.
Yamato Exo Mirror, I kind of want to see that too. I pitched that to Lance a couple weeks ago.
I want
I
to see
think I wanna see
Resolve.
that.
I want to see Resolve or Shimoda at this point.
I mean, honestly, I want to put Yamoto up against all of our top guys. You know, I just want to see how
Yeah.
it goes.
Yeah, last time we did a
Um,
bunch of first to fives impromptu. I think probably Sunday.
Yeah, and,
That's the next
yeah,
edition
and
we can
they were
do
all
again.
down to run it too, which was super cool. Like I think Frankie played everyone like twice almost. Like I think he played
Yeah,
two
pretty
sets
much.
versus Shinta. Yeah, Boa got some. This guy named Jab, he actually beat Shinta 5-2. I
Is
don't know
that
if you
right?
guys know about that. Yeah, I mean
Oh,
I don't know. He keeps telling me about it. He
I haven't
sent me
heard
texts.
this.
Yeah, it's new information for sure. But I mean, he says it quite a bit. You know.
You know,
So.
as someone from DFW, you know, I've never heard of this in my life. So you know,
I know, right?
to the chat,
Brand new
this must
info.
be, yeah, like fucking revolutionary.
But yeah, I want to run all our top guys against Yamoto and the other guests too. Um, Hopefully we can do that Sunday. But I mean, honestly, like last year when the boys came out on Friday, like everybody was already down to start running it, you know. And then
Yeah.
Thursday night, like we had the Japanese at my house, and everybody was just like it's a cool photo. I should probably post it on Twitter, but it's like all the Japanese on one side and then like all of America on the other. And it was just
Yeah.
like them taking turns talking through the matchup, us taking turns like talking through the matchup. It was like pretty surreal for me. Like, all right, this is happening in my living room. So that's cool. So yeah, hopefully we can do something like that again this year too. So
Yeah. Now you said there was going to be a donation link if anyone wants to help.
yeah, I'll post that up. It's just a PayPal link. If you guys want to throw a couple shekels into it, feel free to do so. No pressure, but I am pressuring everyone to actually come out to the event. So, for coming out to the event, appreciate that. Go ahead and register early. Registration will be up when we're done with the podcast here. And then, yeah, if you want to just throw a couple bucks, that'd be cool.
If people throw a
Otherwise,
bunch
we're
of
gonna-
money at us and we collect like an extra $800, we're going to try to fly another player in or what?
Yeah. I mean, the more money we raise, like two, I can afford. You know, two players to fly out plus cabinet rental and all that stuff. It's not cheap. So I mean, me personally, I can guarantee two in cabs. But past that, you know, if we do get a bunch of money from the community, yeah, we can absolutely look at a third player possibly. So
Nice. Cool.
yeah,
Okay. Any last thoughts, anyone?
None for me.
No.
Good episode.
Okay.
yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll go ahead and cut the stream there. Ch0sen will have this up on YouTube when?
I mean, if I
Tonight
really wanted to, I
show.
could do it tonight. But
Tomorrow.
Lance,
Fine.
you need to fucking pay me, dude. I'm uploading all this shit.
I'm paying you an exposure. Look at this. You're going to get so many views on this episode. It's insane.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to the Lance and Ray podcast. New episodes whenever I feel like it. Sorry, boys. I'm working on it. So,
It's very
Okay.
improv. Yeah.
Awesome.
all right.
All right.
We'll
That's
see you
what
guys
I'm
later.
saying, Jordan. That's
Take
what I'm
care.
saying. I gotta upload my own shit, dude.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see y'all.
All right.
All right. Good night, guys.
Bye.
Bye.